Welcome to Tabletop Titans. As you'll notice, today we're down one Brian, but not one sweater. Instead, we have my good friend, teammate, and today opponent, Jesse Sell.
Hi everyone.
Today we're going to be looking at some crafty Eldar versus some Freeboot and Orks. It's going to be a really fun game. Jesse and I have a great time every time we play, and we'll let you guys know how the mission is. Let's check it out.
Welcome back to Tabletop Titans Live. This is Bridger, producer for Tabletop Titans, and your host for the match. The mission today is ITC Mission 4, What's Yours is Mine. There are 5 objectives, 1 in the center, and each player places 2. The bonus is to hold both of the objectives that you placed, and our deployment zone will be hammer and anvil, with a generous distance between the armies and places to hide. Our guest, Jesse, has brought Craftworld Eldar and will be looking to clear the Orc Horde with Big Game Hunter, Reaper, and Recon. With the changes from Phoenix Rising, he'll be looking to dance outside of the range of the Orcs until there's an opening to strike, and then immediately fade back into the shadows. War Boss Adrian has no plans to be so subtle. He'll be looking to overrun the Eldar, covering the board and scoring Engineers, Recon, and Mark for Death. He has marked Jesse's biggest threats in the Incarn, both the Crimson Hunter Exarchs and the Shining Spears. Let's take a look at the armies. Craftworld's Eldar have always been a tricky army with a tool for almost any situation. The new changes from Phoenix Rising only dial this up. Almost every unit in Jesse's army has been buffed in some way by this recent release, so let's dive right in. We all thought Eldar Flyers couldn't get any stronger. However, these Crimson Hunter Exarchs gain new Exarch powers that allow them to replace their reroll ones. Jesse has elected to take +1 damage against targets with Fly, meaning that his pulse lasers will be hitting for a whopping 4 damage against Adrian's planes. Another old favorite for Eldar players are Shining Spears. They've been rejuvenated with even more tools from their Exarch powers and new psychic powers. Jesse will be taking Withdraw, which allows them to fall back for free at the end of every combat. Coupled with a Warlock on bike to quicken them, or to use the new +2 charge power, they have a crazy threat range and have reliable charges even from Deep Strike. Dark Reapers are also looking to make a comeback with a new Exarch power to reroll the number of shots on the Tempest Launcher. Over time, they can whittle down the Orcs while remaining untouched. They'll likely start the game on a Wave Serpent and fire and fade behind a wall after every shoot phase. If that's not frustrating enough for Adrian, the Incarn is making an appearance with her decreased point cost. Anytime he goes to kill one of these small infantry units, he'll have to account for Incarn showing up out of nowhere. Adrian's Freebootaz are much more forward in their intentions. With maximum Daka, he's going to fire indiscriminately until there's nothing left but dust and craters. Being Orcs, they'll likely continue to shoot with absolutely no legal targets. The strong firing base of the army consists of 30 Shootaboys and 13 Ludas. They put out a ridiculous number of shots every turn and can be surprisingly accurate once the Freebootaz trait has been activated for +1 to hit within 12 inches. To keep these boys shooting and out of combat, Adrian is packing a mean Power Claw Warboss on bike. And in an effort to never be outshot, he has an absurd 80 Meat Shield Grots. As an added bonus, these Grots can do the hard work of going out and holding objectives for the bigger Orcs. Bringing in the big guns, Adrian is hefting 2 Daka Jets, a Blastojet, and a Gorkanaut. These 4 models put out an impressive 80 shots before their 6s explode. With 3 custom force fields and 2 Big Macs for repairs, these ramshackle vehicles won't be going down easily either. Finally, for some ability to fight Eldar over the warp, they'll be bringing 3 Weird Boys. Vital to every flavor of Orc army, Weird Boys offer all kinds of utilities into Jump, Warpath, and often Super Smite. The bonus to cast will also come in big in this matchup, as the Eldar have lots of denies. Will this be another game of cat and mouse for the Eldar, or will the Orcs muscle through? Let's find out.
Alright, let's do this thing. So a couple things to point out for you guys as far as what we have, where we have deployment here. Here we have all these troops that we have actually on the top of this building are inside. Same with these ones over here. Other than that, what you see is what you get, yeah?
Yeah.
So Jesse's got top of the turn. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, man.
So for my top of turn, one of the things with this list, it's got a lot of really hard-hitting tools, and I want to make sure that I can utilize all of them as often as possible. Yeah. One of the things you always want to check is your range on your Reapers and your range on your Spears. So I just off camera checked how far these Spears could get in a turn. And if I come this way on Quicken, I could potentially get a charge off on those and a very long charge on the Smasher Guns, but the risk reward there is actually quite high. In worst case, my spears end up in range to be able to go into those grots. So what I'm going to do is move my spears forward and then move my reapers kind of into that position to be able to take shots into the plains.
Yeah.
And you always have the trick of the fire and fade with the reapers afterwards.
Exactly.
Now, I do have battle focus, which means I can ignore the advance, but I'm not Sam Han, so I can't advance and charge. So that's one of the downfalls of going Biel-Tam, but there's a lot of perks to going to Biel-Tam. So I tend to go with them just for the reroll ones, and then there's a strat to get +2 to charge, so that's usually enough to get things done.
Pretty nice. Did you have a different Exarch ability for your Shining Spear Exarch?
Yeah, absolutely. So normally they reroll against vehicles and vehicles and monsters, but in this case I took withdrawal. I think in a lot of matchups withdrawal makes sense. So that means at the end of combat you can actually fall back, which at first you're like, that's not a big deal, but imagine a Shining Spear unit you don't want in combat anymore, it's coming to your turn again. They're in a horrible place, and normally they can't fall back and charge.
Right.
So that lets you do that, or it lets them get out of combat if they're somewhere you don't want to be.
Yeah, totally. I think that's one of my favorite ones, honestly. A lot of flexibility on that.
So then with this Wave Serpent, since it can tank a lot of Luda shots on its own, I'm more than comfortable putting it up in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And it should be out of line of sight of those Smasher guns, so it can hold this objective for me, and then basically only have to deal with the shots from the Ludas and the plane up top, which has some anti-tank, but Wave Serpent shields are great.
They're perfect against Ludas. I'm already wounding on 4s because I'm only strength 7, and I'm going down to damage 1, unless you fire off those Wave Serpent shields.
Which I have no targets for.
I'll give you some tasty grots. Yep.
So this squad here is going to advance.
Sounds good.
Just a 2.
Kind of.
Yeah. They didn't need to go far anyway. Don't want to give a super easy target to your Daka Jets to give you the rerolls.
Exactly. Yeah, and so again, for those of you who might not be as familiar, I am running the Freebootaz, which is if I kill something, any other Freebootaz within 24 of that get +1 to hit for the rest of that phase. Generally, that's why you see flyers in this kind of list. They can go up, pop small infantry squads, things like that, and reach back with that +1 to hit, giving the Ludas hitting on 4s, other like tractor cannons, things like that. Actually, sorry, they can only proc it. But yeah, so that's the idea. So really, in most of my games with the Freebootaz, I'm looking for those easy picks to trigger that +1 to hit, which is huge for Orks, right? Because the entire codex is based off of the idea that you're only hitting on 5s. So we're coming out to play for now.
So one small note here, we're sort of treating all these Imperial Guard vehicles as ruins. So he's moving his Dark Reapers through the vehicles, but that's totally fine.
All right, and then I also have a Warlord trait here that basically gives reroll alls to something within 3 inches. So I want that Warlock right next to the Reapers to be able to reroll all.
It's a free guide, basically.
Yep.
Who needs guide when you just do it?
And the other fun part about Aeldari for people that haven't played them before is you always need to make sure you base your movement phase around where your Psychers need to be. And in this case, I need all of them to be within 18 or 24 of this squad here because they're going to get all the buffs.
I think that's something that a lot of people don't give Aeldari players enough credit for, is all the meticulous planning that has to happen leading up to the point in which they do all their craziness and kill everything, right? There actually is a lot of things that have to go right and be set up properly that, if you don't know what you're doing, can absolutely go wrong. Speaking as someone who has done that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a 3-inch aura here or a 6-inch aura here, which everyone has to deal with, but particularly these psychic powers make or break the game in most cases.
Yeah.
So you really need to have your stuff on point.
Totally.
So I also, for people that can't see, I do have Dire Avengers, which are inside of this building here. They're holding that objective, this Wave Serpent holding that, and 1 Dire Avenger squad inside there. The Incarn is just going to hang out back here. Yeah. There's no reason for her to go anywhere else, and she's on the board. If something dies, she can pop over there. This turn, that's very unlikely. Cool. So then we're going to go to the top of my Psychic phase.
Let's do it.
And I'm going to spend 1 CP immediately to give my Warlock and my Farseer both +1 to cast.
Sounds great.
Now this Warlock with Quicken/Restrain has a relic to be able to reroll. And so we're actually going to hold off on that because that's the last thing you want to do. But first, with the Farseer, we're going to put Fortune onto the Spears.
Sounds great.
And that will go off on a +1.
Solid.
So that that stratagem I absolutely love for those moments.
It's
'cause
huge.
Eldar powers are really tough to get off usually. Next up, this protect / jinx will go into these guys.
Sounds good.
Needing a 7 on this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
That'll go off.
Solid.
Cool. And then we will go with the quick and restrain guy. But first, we're going to cast his +2 to charge ability.
There we go. While they're still in range.
Yep. So
Solid.
it goes off, and then I'm going to spend 1 CP
Yep.
and allow him to cast 1 more power,
Sounds
which will
good.
be the quicken.
Yep.
And we're on fire.
There it is. So as I was saying, when things go right, it's great, and they're going right. So, but even then, right? It was if you had casted Quicken before, suddenly you moved out of range. Now you don't get the +2 to charge. It's very easy to forget the order of operations here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if we go here, I've got a +2 to charge. That'll be a very easy charge. So I definitely want to go at these smasher guns. That'll limit a lot of his offense coming back my way.
Yeah, totally.
Especially because I have the planes and the reapers to do some damage on this flank here. If I can tie up that flank with the spears, and it also puts me a little bit further away from the Ludas and Shooter Boys who would charge and just eat these spears for breakfast.
Yeah, totally.
Ooh.
No worries.
Cool. So
Going
that's
on
about
in.
as good as you could possibly hope for a psychic phase.
Yeah, I'll say.
And so then we will move on to the shooting phase, and the first thing I have to do there is nominate the Bieltan Warlord trait, which will be onto the Reapers.
Yep, sounds good.
And they will reroll all hit rolls.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that.
Just like that.
So we're just going to double check my range here. Some of them might not be in range. 48 for the
Oh,
main
nice.
launcher.
Looks good so far.
Let's see these guys. Yep, looks like everybody's in range of that one.
Solid. Yeah.
And then for the Tempest Launcher, we're going to go for that front Garrote squad, I think.
Yep,
It's
totally.
only 36, but he's up in the front here.
Oh, you're for sure in. Nice.
Yeah. So we'll go for those guys.
That's great.
And we'll do these guys first, just to see what happens.
Sounds good.
So
Let's do
starting
it.
with the Tempest Launcher, the special Exarch power today is reroll the number of shots on this. So if I don't get what I want, we reroll it.
Right.
All right, so that's a 5. That's a below average. I
Yeah.
could get worse, but I am going to reroll it.
For sure.
It's Garrote's.
Oh!
Got a worse roll. So that works out. Hitting on 3s, rerolling everything
Got
from
it.
the Warlord trait.
Sounds good.
Rerolling that.
Solid.
All hit.
Nice on 2s.
Strength 4, needing 2s.
Solid.
4 dead Garrotes.
4 dead Grots. I'm trying to roll dice, but I can't. There they go.
Great. And then we go on to, remind me of the toughness on the planes again?
Just 6.
Just 6?
Yep. And they do have a 5 weapon vuln right now. 12
Right.
wounds.
12 wounds. Okay. I don't have any reroll wounds, so I am actually going to go with the big shots. So that's 9 shots.
Sounds good.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling.
Let's do it.
And for you Eldar players probably yelling at me right now, there is a stratagem I could deploy for 2 CP that would allow me to reroll 1s to wound, but 2 CP is a lot to do that when I don't need the damage here.
Yeah.
This is the rerolls to hit. So 2 miss. And then 3s to wound here.
Sounds good.
Good. All right, so that is 6 saves at -2, or you're invulnerable.
Let's see it. It's going to be all invulns all day, baby. So 5 ups. Let's see it. Ooh, not so much. All right. So we're looking at, I'm going to take 5, which is at damage what?
3 damage each.
3 damage each. So that's 15 damage right there. Even if I was to try to reroll one of these, it's still going to go ahead and die. And that was at which one? Big
That
one?
was the front one.
Right here? Oh, this one.
Yeah. Sorry, this guy here.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So on a 6, he blows up. He does not blow up. Cool. So that's saving graces. So he's gone.
Then I'm going to spend 1 CP to fire and fade.
Yep.
That's what you do with Reapers every single time. And if I was super crafty and didn't put the Dire Avengers in this one, they could actually get into the transport right now. But we don't
Oh my
need to
God.
since
So sneaky.
we can just pop back here.
I like it.
And I'm just going to save some time.
No worries. Yeah, you're good. They have plenty of movement. Oh yeah, pretty gnarly. And of course, they ignore all the penalties to hit, so it doesn't matter that it's a flyer. It's -1. Ignoring that and then re-rolling everything. Really fantastic. Cool. And now they're back out of line of sight, basically.
Yep. So the next fun part, we will come to the Crimson Hunter Exarch, who has both the rerolls and +1 to damage against flyers, which I think was in the video. So these are both doing extra damage to things with fly.
Yep, totally.
So he's actually going to fire into this guy here.
Yep, sounds good. -1 to hit.
True.
I'll take what I can get.
This one is hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Okay, sounds good. Ooh.
Which we got none of. So none of the star cannons hit.
Okay, cool.
Pulse lasers. 1 hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 to wound, rerolling because you fly.
Sounds good.
Good thing.
Up.
All right,
Nice.
it wounds at -3. You
Minus
don't
3.
really care.
So that invuln takes it.
4 damage.
4 damage.
4 damage.
And that, again,
now.
that's that +1, which is the new Exarch ability. So I'm going to start counting up. And I'm sorry, I've been super bad. Which one is it again?
It's the back one.
The back one. You're worried about the Daka Jets for all the shots.
Correct.
Not so much the invuln.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we will go on to the next Crimson Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to be firing the star cannons first, but hitting on 4s with no rerolls this time.
Okay. Take it.
So 1 hit,
Jeez.
and then 5 to wound, rerolling.
Sounds good.
Or wait, you're T6?
T6.
Oh, then it'll be 4s to wound. Still rerolling.
Uh-huh.
No wound.
Okay.
And then pulse lasers on 4s.
The big boys. Oh.
See one good one.
Yeah?
Nope.
Ah.
And then 3 rerolling.
Sounds good. Solid. 5 up. Come on, don't fail me now. Fail me now.
All right, another 4 damage.
So, taking 8. Bump that up. 6 and 2. All right, down to 4 on that boy.
Okay.
Literally.
24 won't give me much, so we'll go into this front grot squad with the shuriken cannons.
Sounds good.
And I'm Beal-Tan, so I'll reroll 1s to hit.
Solid.
1 miss. And then 2s to wound.
Sounds good. Oh boy. Couple 6s in there too.
2, so 2 at -3, and then 5 regular saves.
All right, so those 2 are dead because these guys are spread out. So no force field for them. And then 6 ups to the rest. So that's going to be 5 dead total. And we'll go ahead and do this way. Actually, 3, 4, and 5. Okay.
Alrighty. Coming over here.
Yep.
Looks like everyone's in range with their shuriken.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me, and sorry for the camera,
No
how many of the, so it's blue base grots here?
Yeah, so blue base, you got a squad back there, and then these are the clumps of 4 that I just have to sit with the guns now. It's
Okay.
super silly.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this back unit goes all the way there.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll put the 4 back guys here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have range on many of the lances.
Mm.
Just the Exarch, it looks like.
Right.
So the lance will go here, and then we've got 4 shurikens going there.
Sounds
5
good.
coming into the blue squad.
You got it.
Four. The 4 guys in the squad in the building in the front there.
Sounds good.
And this will reroll 1s as well because of Beal-Tan.
Why not?
It's funny, Aliatok got all the love, rightfully so,
Sure.
but Beal-Tan, once you really look at it, is one of the greatest chapter tactics equivalents out there.
They're great. They're fantastic, especially with a lot of the units that you want to be using already. Makes them really fantastic.
And then 2s to wound, right?
You got
2-2.
it.
All right, no rerolls or anything.
Oh, look at those ones.
So no 6s.
Okay.
And I see 9 saves.
9 saves? Cool.
Yep.
So now that I have an invuln, you didn't roll any 6s for me.
That was for these guys in here.
Oh, okay, cool. Then it is good.
Yep.
All right, let's see some 5s. I'm looking at 2. Okay, so that will be the squad because you killed 4 before.
All right,
And that's them.
cool. And if we're keeping track, my Yanari are now strength from death. That's not going to come into effect here.
We want to know, Jesse.
But I do believe I will teleport my Incarn over there.
Oh boy, here she comes.
So, for those of you saying,
Yeah.
you're crazy. Yeah, I'm kind of crazy.
Jesse, are you wildin'?
Yeah, trying to think.
She's a really, really interesting unit that rewards really sneaky play. She can be tough if you misplay her. She can be killed, but she also is a massive beat stick, and it's just devastating in the right spots.
Yeah, she's not going to be able to hide there. Probably should have checked that first. I think I'm going to move her back just
That's
because
fine.
there's no way to get her behind any sort of other unit to shield her from
Right.
getting shot. And she cannot survive a loot volley. So,
I think that's a good call.
not popping over there. And, oh, right, we have 5 guys into the Grot squad shielding the guns.
Sounds good.
1, 2, 3, 4, Again, rerolling once.
Yeah. Oh. That's not yours. You're good.
That was a 2.
Poor Grots. That's what they were meant to do.
Look at that. No conversion, pretty much. All right,
Okay.
and then 2s again.
Sounds good. And 6s don't matter this time. Oh, there it is. There's the 6s.
All right, so I'm seeing 10 this time.
Cool. All right, and
then
5
one
ups.
lance will come through after that.
Right, I gotcha. Hoop. Oh, because with the lance you can reach the gun?
Not the gun, it's into
Just
the
the Grots.
yeah.
Okay. So we're looking at 6 dead Grots.
Okay. And then the lance
Yeah, gonna do the lance.
hits,
Nice.
wounds.
5 up, baby. Oh.
All right, so that's 7 dead Grots.
All right, so we're down to 3. Can I use the tape measure real quick? Right. Like this is still a great charge for you, right? So we're looking at, honestly, it's a 6, which goes down to a 4. And at that point, yeah, I want to see where my Warlord is. If I pull back to these guys, they're going to die anyways. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just let you have those there.
Okay.
We're down to 3.
Do they have the rule about the leadership, or are they
No,
pretty
but
much gonna be on?
so the Warlord,
Yeah.
which is the big mech there, has basically makes him a war boss, so he can break Eds, I can deal D3 mortal wounds, and then have them auto pass.
Okay.
But they don't have the other one, the Ork one.
Okay.
So that's why I chose to keep him there. I mean, you're gonna kill them anyways, but there's no point leaving them out, right? They're still gonna die.
Yep. Cool. So I think that finishes up our shooting phase.
Sounds good.
We'll go to the charge phase.
Charges.
And do we want to do the Aeldari trap for +4 to charge?
Plus 4. And so for those of you who don't know, it's +1 to charge, but if you're an aspect warrior, it's +2, and you reroll? Or
You reroll ones once you get
reroll
in.
ones as well. So it's sort of like, I really like it as an alternative to like Samhain, because that was everyone's like, oh, you have to take that, and it gives you reroll ones. Well, you know, based off of the units you want to use it for, why not, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're going to deep strike the spears, it gives you +2 coming out of the deep strike.
Yeah,
but right
totally.
now, the thought process is I would absolutely love to tie up the Grot Squad, tri-point them if I can, since they're fearless.
Yeah.
That will likely put me into range of your Warlord heroically intervening, though. And so if I go for a massive charge here, I could get around to the back of those guns and potentially tri-point a gun instead.
Fair point. Fair point.
Yep.
Yeah. And they're not totally immune to morale, just so you know. It's D3 mortals.
Okay.
So I could still say, I'm going to kill and hope that I kill enough guys to pull out of tri-point.
Oh, great.
Just so you have all the info.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's one of the cool things.
Yeah. So I'm not going to use the strat. I don't need the reroll ones, and I definitely don't need the extra distance to get in here.
Yep.
So +2.
Sounds good. I think it's even less than the 4 now. So.
All right. So we got a 12 total. We
Well,
can
now
kind
you're
of
just
do
showing
whatever
off.
we want.
Oh, man. Yeah. And so,
What happens to the gunners as the guns die?
So they're just part of the model now. And that's what I was actually just going to say. I think technically I should have them a little bit closer.
Okay.
But basically the way that they work now is they're just part of the model. They have to be placed there. They're not the character, not character. They're not extra kills. They're just part of the gun. If you're touching them, you're fighting the gun.
Okay. Got it.
It's super... It was a weird choice, given the way that they changed the Thunderfire in Space Marines to sort of bring it in line. Kind of strange.
And so if I get based by them, are we in base contact?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'll double check it, but
that's nifty.
I love Grot models, obviously, but I would rather just play with the guns at that point, right?
Yeah.
But also back in the day, especially when 8th edition first came out, I was doing things like, at a certain point in the game, just jumping the Grot crew to go capture objectives because they are separate units and I didn't need the guns anymore. So I understand they want to stop like weird things like that. Yeah, all the mech guns have to start within 6 of each other. Each Grot, it should be within 1 inch of their mech gun. Then from that point on, each mech gun operates independently, blah, blah, blah. The crew are treated as a single model for all rules purposes with the gun. Must remain within 1, cannot be targeted or attacked separately. Range and visibility is the same. Oh, it's to the gun, not the crew. So yeah, basically, they're the same model.
Okay. That'll be my charge move.
Terrifying. Sounds good. Oh, I guess I can Overwatch.
Oh, of course.
So how many did you want to actually charge?
I would have declared all 3.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, but it's the Grot Blaster's going to get you, though. So here's the smashes. So here's D3 from each. So 4 shots total. Hitting on 6s, which do explode. Cocked. Maybe it's a 6. Nope. And then 3 Grot Blasters from that other unit right there. Nice. So 1. So 1 Daka Daka. Nope. And then on a 5. Nope.
All right.
Good talk.
So do you have a little 3-inch tool nearby? Otherwise, I'll just use this.
No, go ahead and just use your regular one.
Cool.
Did you take it, Brian? Are you watching? So for those of you who don't know, one of the reasons that Brian's not here today is because he's actually on his way to SoCal Open to play in San Diego tomorrow. Our amazing producer, Bridger, will be heading out as well. So yeah, we decided this would be a good opportunity to bring in one of our friends and show a good game. I think Brian ended up deciding on Tau at the SoCal Open. So we'll see.
Yeah, he'll be taking a pretty crazy Tau list. Lists are public now, so I guess I could just say it's 3 Riptides and
what?
3
No
commanders.
No
Sounds crazy so
way.
far.
Crazy. 3 Riptides,
Yeah.
3 commanders, and something like 50 drones.
A lot of drones.
So he brought Pathfinders for Pathfinder drones. He brought a bunch of the little 2-man drone squads that you can put with any unit.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be wild. I played against it. It
I like
feels
it.
bad
It feels bad.
to play against. Not.
Yeah.
I'm sure it feels great to play.
I'm sure it feels really good to play.
Own the entire board turn 1. But,
No, it's great.
Yeah.
Especially with all the discussions around Space Marines and can Tau compete and things like that. So I will be interested to see how he does. Also, Siegler's going as well, so that'll be sort of a clash of titans. We'll see.
T5, 6 wounds.
You got it.
Cool. So we're gonna put these. These 4 gunners are with this guy here.
Yep.
Okay. We'll put the 4 that can into this gun,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other 5 here. The Exarch will be on this gun.
Sounds good.
Cool.
And yes, they're a vehicle.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Oh, you took
reroll
the
anyway.
ability away.
I took the withdrawal. Yeah.
But they are vehicles, so.
So for the Exarch, since it's strength 8, I'll roll that separately. Actually, doesn't matter in this case, but
No worries.
so 2 hits
Uh-huh.
and 2 wounds.
Sounds
minus
good.
4.
Go straight through.
Okay, 2 damage each.
Sounds good. So down to 2 wounds on that back gun.
Okay, and for the other 3 into that one.
Yep.
Oh God, I'll hit.
All
Increased wound.
right, it's
So
disintegrated.
4.
Those
Yep.
are 2 each, yeah?
Yep, they're 2 each.
All right, cool, cool. And then the rest on this guy?
Yep.
I'll let you finish that.
All right, there's a better roll.
Nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and 3s. Cool. So that one also dies.
You only barely killed that one. I'm sorry, Jesse. Okay, so we're going to pull the guns, and then those 4 crew members also disintegrate. I don't want to bump your stuff too much.
No, that's fine.
Boom, boom, boom. So these 4 here, 3 and 4, and then 1, 3, 4. Okay, sounds good. Those guys are there.
Cool. And then we will just pile in to tag that other gun.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's very, very difficult to hide from Shining Spears, right? I could have put some more inches behind me, which probably would have been a good idea. But they go really far.
And in case anyone was wondering, no, I will not be doing the withdrawal right now.
Can't imagine why.
So dangly.
Got the camera. Just kidding. Yeah, that's the worst. Yours aren't tipping over, though. Mine are always falling over after they get caught in each other. Sweet.
So it's actually really interesting here, right? Like, this is hammer and anvil deployment, which means to get from like the front of your deployment zone to the back of Adrian's deployment zone is almost the longest distance of any deployment zone.
Yes.
And you did it, right? Turn
Yeah.
1, you're in there, right? Already immediately, which, a lot of people say like Eldar are dead, Aspect Warriors are dead, but I think this goes to show like that's an incredibly powerful thing you can do.
Yeah.
Every turn, like you just go anywhere you want, right? That's pretty strong.
It is.
They're definitely way too far away from my army to get the psychic support again next turn unless I bring them this way and send the psychers that way. But absolutely, I mean, they went 48 inches before the consolidate and pile in. So there's not very many places on the board they wouldn't get
It's
with
great.
48 inches.
I'm glad you brought that up because there are a lot of people that were like, oh, you're never going to play Shining Spears now that Yunari are changed and things like that. And they're still great. You still have to be careful because they're super expensive, but like, my God, they're so flexible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that'll be me done.
Sounds good. I'm going to throw 4 crew attacks at you.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, it's a 6.
There we go.
And another 6? Oh, okay, cool. That's that. So you killed several things. So for the kill more, we'll remember you killed a flyer, you killed 2 mech guns.
Yep.
You killed a grot squad here. That's 4. And then here you killed 5. They have a leadership of 4. So basically I lose 7 more, which would be the whole unit.
Okay.
And I don't think I care to re-roll that or try to fix anything because they're
That's
just
fair.
dead. And then this unit over here, you killed 7. I'm going to go ahead and just do the D3 mortal wounds.
Sure.
It's 1, so I'll lose 1 more, but they'll stay alive, which is nice.
And keep holding that.
Keep holding that point.
Yep.
That objective is secured, you might say.
Yeah. Probably worth me saying to the camera because they probably can't see your gun. The goal was to pin that against the building. I don't know if it can go through the building.
Yeah, no, they cannot go through the building, so that was really good.
Cool. Does the gun get attacks or just the crew?
It's all one profile.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, just to recap that, guys. Basically, what Jesse's done here is he's pinned that gun against the building, so I can't back up and then just shoot him with my whole army, which would be really nice.
Yep.
But yeah, basically we're stuck in combat. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so bottom of 1. We've been hurt real bad, boys, but let's see what we can do. Okay, so movement stuff first. We've got the war boss here. We've got the shooter boys, which, as Jesse pointed out, will be too far to really reliably get over there. So I'm not really looking to just run out there and then get gunned down because the shuriken catapults will absolutely shred them. So I'm either going to have to jump them or kind of hide them, essentially. Let's take a look. So got a bunch of grots there. We're definitely pinned down. The Incarn right now is still just a great counter to a lot of the things that I could potentially be looking at doing, which is fly back here, try to gun down heroes or reapers and things like that, because then I have this lady that can just go into them. So it's not even terrible that she's still sitting there, because I would love to just pop here and throw a bunch of shots into Farseers and things like that. So that's actually quite nice. All right.
Is the greatest part about the Incarn, for anyone who hasn't played with her yet, she is so tricksy. She makes your opponent constantly think about what they're killing, because at any point, if they just put enough to finish something off, then she can pop right where that unit died, and then suddenly she's got fly. She can go anywhere, and she's doing d6 damage on the swing and re-rolling wounds. She's just a terrifying model, so if you just barely get something down, then she pops over there right away. Likewise, in that instance where if I could have had some, the Shining Spears in front of her, it would have been amazing for those grots to go down, and then she's right there for the next turn.
We'll just advance the biker because he can. I'm not shooting at anything. Coming on up here.
He advances and charges, right?
Yeah, he grants it. So, for example, one of the things I'm checking now is if I was to roll high enough on my advance for my boys, that's 19 away. So even with a 6, that's an 11. So that does put me at an 8. I'm not shooting anything, so might as well. Once I move the plane, what I'm seeing is if I roll a 6, then that's going to move me 11. I'll be 8 away, so that's an 8-inch charge as opposed to jumping for a 9-inch charge.
Yeah.
Every bit helps. But we have to move the planes first. These Reapers, man. So it's so 48 from where they are now, plus they move 7. So essentially they have the entire board.
They only move 6. They move 7 and fire and fade.
Oh, that's right. They're slow Eldar. That's really rough.
So rough.
So we're looking at 54 from where they are now. Okay, I might be able to hide some stuff.
I don't have to jump.
What?
I don't have to jump. Just letting you know.
Yeah. You know what? That's good to know. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I do have quicken, though. One thing to keep in mind.
Basically to jump.
Gives me another 6 inches if it goes off.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to hop over here with this lad. Boop. Make sure we at least move our 20. From there. Going to get a little bit closer. that. We've got that. Okay, cool. Because the other thing about this guy is he also does carry a force field with him. And so keeping troops and things like that inside that bubble is a big deal. Okay. So boom and boom. We're down to 4 wounds. Good. Checking our 9. Those force fields. And the idea is to just overload these spears with things they have to fight, things to charge, things to shoot, things like that. And we're going to do as much as we can with Psychic. So let's go ahead and do the shooter boys. They're going to go ahead and advance. Ooh, it's a 4. And I have so many command points. I'm going to try for that 6 because that would be really nice to get that 8-inch charge.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Oh, it's a 3. Okay. So down 15. And then they're moving 7.
So that would be an 11-inch charge now.
Yeah, so
So you might as well leave them to jump, right?
well, what I want to start to do is scoot them over here. I have failed the jump, even with a +3 and a reroll.
That's pretty impressive.
That's more than 11. Let's see where this force field extends to. We're just going to hang back so we're at least entirely within this force field.
Okay.
All right, cool. So we've got that. Ludas are going to go up to the 2nd floor. Surprise,
Makes perfect
surprise.
sense.
Yep. The Grots can stay on the bottom floor. How far are these guys moving? 16, 14?
My guess? 16.
16.
Yep.
You can really get up there. Let's do the weird boy over here next. So he's going to advance. He's running on up. Getting within that 18 of that. I want to get within 10 inches of as many orcs as possible for those bonuses to cast. Other weird boy will also go ahead and advance. 6. Oh, he can do the 6. Cool. No problem, boss.
Exactly when you needed it.
Yeah, exactly. So we have plenty of range there. Also with lots of buffs. Looking good. Force field will stay downstairs. There's no reason for him to come up because we still got the Ludas in there. Let's see. Not too much, honestly. What I do want to do is advance these Grots. Get them up the field so that they're closer to the Warlord's, to the War Boss's Fearless ability, while still remaining next to this objective.
Okay.
Like, you have plenty of firepower, but might as well make it harder. Okay, so we're up there, we're up there. They're staying inside. Last decision, Grots right here. They're going to stay down. And yeah, let's see what we can do. So we're on to Psychic phase.
Cool.
And yeah, let's do the big one first. To jump right here, +3 to cast. Again, it's +1 for every 10 orcs you have around you. So we've got 30 here. Some of them are out, but we have the Ludas. So it goes off on a 7, need a 4. Excellent. Goes off with a +3, so no perils, which is even nicer. And we're going to go ahead and jump the boys. So marking the 9 inches away there. And we still want to give a healthy distance from some of these other things. We're not going to be able to pop up between that. Go in here. And movement trays are your best friend if you ever play Orks. We're going to do that. These two will just come off like this. So actually, what I'm going to do here is, for when I fail the charge, we're not completely out of luck, right? And we're still surrounding characters, giving bodies to have to get through.
Sure.
Cool. So we've got that, and that's from the Warp Head, so he can still cast one more spell. Let's start with those smites, shall we?
All right.
So we'll do this guy over here. He's not getting any bonuses, so just a regular smite, good old-fashioned one, onto the spears. Goes off on a regular 5.
Okie doke.
Yep.
You let me know how many.
Can he block? Or
No, he's
No?
not a psyker.
okay, sounds good. Oh, I'm thinking of hemlocks.
Yep.
Okay. So we're looking at D3 mortals, 2 mortals.
Okay, I have the Fortune 5 up, feel no pain.
You got it.
I block both.
All right, cool. We'll go with this guy, smite into here. This will be at a +3. Let's see what we get. Ooh, well, it goes off on a 7.
Okay.
Looking at D3 again. Another 3.
Okay.
Don't do it, Jesse.
All right, so a bike
gotta
is
yell at his
down to
dice.
1, and 1 is dead.
Sounds good. And then next weird boy, same thing, +3. Ooh, it's a 9, which goes to a 12. So I do take D3 mortal wounds myself. I take 2, so he's down to 2. But it is going to be a D6.
Sure.
So let's see that. Oh. That's what you call a command point reroll.
Okay.
Into a 1. Huh. 4.
4. All right. So I got my feel no pain.
You got it.
All right. So we passed 2, failed 2. So 1 more bike is dead, and 1 is left at 1 wound.
Okay.
So hopefully a little bit of a longer charge for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very,
Probably
very possible.
nothing that'll ruin it, but.
Oof. We shall see. Feel decent about that. Okay. So, on to the Houston. So we've got. We can't really shoot at the things we really want to, but we definitely want to take these guys out. And so remind me. Oh yeah, this is the one that has both of the buffs.
That
is what
has
it was.
both buffs, yes.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So that's the one we're going to want to take out. The looters don't really care about range so much. Everyone's within 24 of themselves, so I can have them buff each other if they get a kill, somehow. And yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to start off with, so this is where we usually want to get a pick to get the +1 to hit. These are not double shooting like Bad Moons ones. So you want to generally buff them up before if you can. Not going to happen right now because there's nothing small to kill. And so let's go ahead and do it. Let's start with this Dokajet into there. He's not going to do any bonuses or strats, so he's going to be -2, correct?
Correct.
Sounds good.
No,
And
no, just -1.
oh yeah, you're not a late attack. So -1, and I'm just checking his profile real quick because he is down to 4. He's taken 8, and so we're looking at Dokajet. 4 remaining. Ooh, so he's still on the middle profile, which is BS6. +1 to hit as long as I shoot everything at the same target, which you always will. So hitting on 5s. And then I will spend 1 more. Oh, let's just see if it has to be Dokajet. So there is one of my favorite stratagems, and it's called long uncontrolled bursts. It's when an orc vehicle with fly shoots, and that'll give me +1 to hit.
Did hit on 4s.
We're going to save it for the big boy, though.
Okay.
So this guy's going to hit on 5, so it's going to be 18 shots on 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, with +1, -1, you're back to 6s, right?
6s.
Because he's airborne, and you're +1 for putting everything into the same target.
Oh, yeah.
So you're back to 6s.
So it would have been
6s.
5s in that case. Yeah. Let's see it. 1, 2. Okay. Let's see it. 18 shots on 6s, which explode. So we've got 1 out of 18.
I was wondering why you looked at me, and I wasn't looking at the dice. That was pretty brutal.
Winning on nothing.
Not that.
Oh my god. All right, big boy right here, going into there. I will give him the +1 to hit.
Okay.
So normally on 5s, up to 6s, back down to 5.
Okay.
Hitting on, so down to 13 CP. He's got the super shooters. So this is the same guns as the Dokajet has. It just doesn't get the extra bonus to hit. Nice. Good with that. So we've got 3 hits and 1 explosion. Looks good.
4 hits.
Solid. And what's your toughness?
T6.
Oh, okay. So on 4s.
Oh.
Good talk, Adrian. Good talk. He does have 1 smasher gun, which is going to go into there. Here's how many shots. 2 shots.
Yep.
And this is on +1 to hit because he has a targeting system, actually. So this is on 4s. Crazy, I know. Ooh, so both hit. One Daka, which misses. And this is I have to roll 2 dice higher than your toughness.
Cool.
So for the first one, 2 dice higher than 6. We'll have to check if it equals. I don't think so. I think I have to beat it.
Well, that one doesn't, for sure.
Oh my gosh. And then he also has basically plasma cannons.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good. It's good dice. It's good.
Smasher guns are equal to or greater.
It is equal to a
All
greater.
right, so
Thank you.
D6 damage, right?
Yep.
What's the AP?
So it's -4.
Okay, I won't get a save.
Let's see a D6. It's a 1, which I will re-roll. And do a 6.
There you go.
How many command points can we spend?
All right, so I am down to 6.
Sounds good. All right, and then we have the Wasbomb Mega Cannons, and I have to do each of them separately because they can do mortal wounds to myself. So here's the D3 shots. Both 3.
There you go.
So for this one, it's going to be, again, hitting on normally on 4s, back up to 5s, but it does mean a 1 or a 2 does a mortal wound to me. Okay, so I will take a mortal wound,
Okay.
but I will hit. That's 1 hit, and then we'll do the other gun as well. Same thing. Explosion, hit and a miss. So here's the extra shot.
Yep.
Solid.
Nice.
I'll take it.
4 hits.
I'm digging it. All right, and now these are strength 8, so on 3s. 2, and these are -3.
-3. I will
Got
get
it.
a 6 up.
Sounds good.
I don't make either.
I'll take it. So 2d3. 2 damage. So.
All right, down to 4.
Cool deal. All right, that's all the guns on this boy. So we've got that. We've got that. We have Ludas still. You're down to 4.
Down to 4.
Well, it's times like these, Jesse. You
Go
just
ahead
have
and
to
pull up
overkill it. I have to. So we're going to Ludas into him,
Yep.
even more DACA. And so that's going to spend 2 more command points, and it's going to make it so that 5 ups auto hit and also trigger the extra DACA, or DACA. So here's the D3 shots for the unit first. 3 shots.
Nice.
I like
That was where I was going to be like, you're going to regret your reroll damage.
Yeah, this is very true. Okay, so we've got 13 in this list, so that's going to be 39. So here's 6, 12, 15.
This is 36 right here.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah.
And 3 more.
Sounds good. All right, so on 5s.
And they explode.
And they explode. Nothing else.
Got faith.
I also have faith, you know, funny enough. I feel like this is not going to be enough. Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
That was amazing. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I like your dice, Jesse. Thank you. You can come back to the show.
All right.
Only if we swap dice.
If that's all it takes to get back on, that's a
Right.
little bar.
So let's just go ahead and go through with these, and then I'll use the same number of dice for the explosions. So wounding on 3s now. And we are looking at this many at -1 for 2 damage.
4 ups.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
How much damage?
2 each, so
That'll be it.
that'll do it.
All right. Explosion
I
won't
have
matter,
to.
but we'll roll it for dramatic effect. Nope.
Cool. I killed the thing. +1 to hit now with the rest of my shooting. Cool. And then, so that's one of the funny things with the Freebootaz, right? Is like you really want to find armies that have units that have, you know, small units, things like that. That's ideal. And in these situations, you kind of have to accept that you're going to be foregoing that. Cool. So double checking. Legitimately, I have no other shooting. Charges.
Alrighty.
Let's
No
do it.
Overwatch.
So let's see. It is a bit, still a 9 from this guy on the side. Okay. And let's see with the boys first. So it's a 9-inch, re-rolling any of the dice because Orks. Let's see it. All right.
That's
So it's a
not
1
a
and a 4. I'm going to re-roll just the 1. Yeah, it is a 9. And we're going in. Just swivel like so. And a bit farther back with these ones. Cool.
Now, chat, you may be asking yourself, how many ranks do Orks fight in?
This is a great question. Legally, 4. 3 people still think is a stretch.
It's fine.
No, it is a great thing, right? The smaller bases are way, way better. So you do not have the invuln in close combat? I always forget.
Do not have an invuln in close combat, but I still do have protect, so I have a 2-up save.
2-up save.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna be orky about it. Boss is still going in.
Sure.
I have enough like hits that I still feel good about the boys, but we're going in with the big boy. Oh, it's a 3-inch. Nailed it. We reroll the 1 because Orks. Awesome.
Still got that 1, baby.
Still got that 1. Thank God. So we're in 4 inches, despite my failures.
Shucks.
I know. God, the worst. The worst. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. That's all my charges. So we'll start with the big boss.
Cool.
So he's
I
got.
will spend 2 CP here to make them -1 to be hit for the phase.
Oh,
So I'm
dang.
down to 6.
Sounds good.
So to recap, I have -1 to be hit. I have a 2-up save and a 5-up feel no pain. This is the tankiest the spears will ever be.
Thank God. Oh my God. All right, so we've got 4 attacks on the boss. I know it's really sad. He's got his 2 extra from the attack squig, but these 4 big ones are from the Killer Claw. So normally hitting on 2s, now hitting on 3s. and plus 1 to hit is per phase, so I lose that. So let's see it. Excellent, 2 1s. And yeah, we'll leave it as is. So this is a strength 10, so wounding on 2s, which does it.
6s anyway.
Sounds good.
What's the AP?
-3.
-3?
Yep.
Okay, so that'll be 5 ups.
Got it.
I fail both. How much damage?
3 flat.
Okay, so first one, that guy's dead. And second one, that guy's alive.
Oh, saucy. All right, all right. We'll do the 2 squig attacks on 2s, on 3s as well. So 1, and this is only strength 4, so 4s, nothing.
Okay.
All right. Would you like to interrupt?
I'm strength 3 right now. I don't think it's worth the interrupt.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think
just
it is.
trying to survive. I don't plan on getting any kills here.
Exactly. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead with the boys
Sure.
and see what we can do.
Would be funny if we killed the boss, though,
Those double 6s.
huh?
Double 6s. All right, so we're going in. We'll just pull this block in 3 here, and then the rest are kind of where they are. I can shuffle 1 more forward, so I'm just going to grab them from the back. All right, so really we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 and 1 knob. So knob's 2 damage, so we're going to start with everyone else. So it's 2 attacks base, and then 3 for having 20 or more boys, because they're still boys. And that's it. No Gazzy today.
Okay.
You're good, Jesse.
Well, that would be 33. So
33.
just take 3 away from that.
I love these dice. I love them so much. All right, so these are hitting on 3s. Oh, 4s, my bad.
Yep.
And let's see what we can do. 1s, 2s, and 3s are out.
No rerolls for the orc boys.
Now, rerolls are almost non-existent in orcs.
A few more 3s in there. Oh, there were about 4 of them.
I'm so used to picking up 3s. I'm sure I did. All right, and then strength 4, so 4s, correct?
Yes.
Sounds good. Oh. All right, these many.
Good roll.
That was good. Let's see how many 1s you can get.
All right.
Come on, big money.
Well, I can get
3.
3 for you.
Okay.
And then 5 ups. You killed a bike.
Sounds good. And did a wound.
Yes.
Dope. I'm digging it.
4 have gone down.
Then we have the knob, and here's the silly thing. The knob has 3 attacks, 4 as long as there's 20 or more boys, so he has as many attacks as the war boss. He does have a big choppa.
It's not 2 and then goes to 3?
No, he has
Okay.
+1, and then it goes to 4. It's super silly. So on 4s, 2 misses. Strength 7, so these are on 3s.
Yep. 1?
1 at -1.
All right, so that'll be a 3 up.
Got it. All
We're
good. Cool, so they're going to go ahead and pile in. Or consolidate, Bridger?
Sure.
Bridger was yelling at Brian and I for getting it wrong.
Ah.
Nobody actually knows what it is these days.
I mean, you have an excuse because you played in 7th and earlier. Brian, I feel like Brian and I really have no excuse. We've only ever played with piling and
That's fair.
consolidate.
That's
We
fair.
should just get it right.
That's true.
All right, let's see what targets we got.
Yeah. I mean, when I get to a tournament, I rarely use the actual names. They sound cool, but I find like it's just confusing. You know, I'm gonna do the trait that gives this guy a 4-up invuln. I don't say it's the bulwark or whatever. I mean, it's cool, but I just want the other person to understand. There's enough things that you can miss in the game. I just make it simple. So
We'll
I
just
think
put
that's where it comes
everybody in the gun because we can.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
within range.
You don't want me to get more kills than you, do you, Jesse? I'm joking. I was like,
All right, so I'm just going to do the X-Arc with them because they're all strength 3 right now.
yeah, sounds good.
So they're needing 3s,
Oh, cool.
and then they will need 5s because you're T5, right?
Yep.
5s. So that will kill the gun.
All right, the gun's gone.
And if anyone was wondering why this is the greatest X-Arc trait ever, I'm now going to leave combat.
Not quite yet,
Okay.
because I can still fight again before you fall back.
You could if you want.
Well, so the funny thing is, if you hadn't miraculously killed that gun, you don't have fly in your fallback. Because
Why
it's not an actual fallback move, is it?
It's a
Withdraw just
fallback
said,
move.
oh, so it's a full
As
it is
fallback
a
move.
fallback.
It's
Your
fly.
movement
Okay.
phase.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
All right.
That would be funny though.
All right, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I'm with you.
I was against you till that moment.
You know what? Screw you, Jesse. I'm gonna fight again with my war boss.
Okay.
I need to kill those spears, man. They can literally beat this entire army. So 4 more attacks with the base claw.
Yep.
On 3s.
4s.
No, he starts at 2s.
Oh, okay.
And then wounding on 2s with the reroll. 3 more, -3, my friend.
All right.
Oh,
5
I should start with Squig.
So 2 go through.
Sounds good. 3 each.
All right. First one.
Ah!
Second one. All right. 1 bike is dead.
I take it back. You're off the show. Squig attacks. 2 hits on 4s. Yeah, that was my mistake too, starting with that. So 2 more at -1. I should have started with the Squig.
Sorry, camera. He's good. Oh, -1.
-1, yeah. Come on.
He's good.
Okay, cool. I feel better because the Squig did nothing, which meant my mess up doesn't matter. All right.
That was 3 CP though, right?
Yeah, no,
right.
I needed to kill more bikes for that.
So
All right.
5 bikes are dead. I have a leadership. Well, let me move first.
Do you want to fall back first? Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, it is just a 6-inch fallback move.
That's great. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, if I can wrap him, will it be okay? And the answer is no.
I mean, all the wrap would really get you is stopping him from charging on his turn.
And
Because
shoot.
he would still fall back and
Oh,
shoot,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
He is
Yeah,
fly.
still fall back and shoot.
Yeah, yeah. Very true.
But now he just gets to charge you as well. So
Yeah, with the high strength. That's a big thing with the spears. If you can stop that
Yeah.
charge. So leadership.
So I lost 5 of them. Do you have any modifiers? Because I need to figure out whether or not I want to auto pass.
No, you're good.
So I have a leadership 9 because of BL10,
Yep.
normally an 8. So anything over a 4, and I'm losing. So I'd rather just have the 1 CP and try to get under a 4 on both tries. So we'll see how this goes. We got a 4. So we are good.
Stuck the landing.
Yep.
Okay, so that is the end of the battle round. I did kill something. I do hold something. Jesse killed more and holds more.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as secondaries go, no recon for me. I don't think I have got any points yet. And then Jesse, no engineers yet because we're not on the second turn. You did get you big gamed, or no, you marked for death. I'm totally blanking. It was, okay, so you get a point for that.
Yep.
And anything else for your
So
secondary?
he has big game, Reaper, Recon. He scored 1 in each of those.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm confident on the Reaper. I don't know for sure. But
So what I tell my opponents whenever we go to the table is like, they're like, oh, I'm going to take Reaper. I'm like, cool. As long as we play the game, you're going to finish your Reaper.
Sure.
You're good. You don't even have to win. You'll get that. All right, so top of 2, back to Jesse.
Oh, and for everybody's reference, I made a huge mistake here in that I should have brought the Incarn over as soon as that gun died. I just wasn't thinking about her at all.
Oh,
but
yeah.
she would be an amazing spot right now.
That'd be great.
Like the best spot she could possibly be in.
Yes. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
it also would have been another one of those weird cases for the Incarn of like her rules get pretty weird pretty fast.
Yep.
Because she can't come down in combat. And so she's got that like Gilliman coming back as close as possible thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
but
what
then,
it is?
But then you'll always get into an argument about like, well, what's as close as possible?
Right.
Like, where's the, there's a building here. She can't be on top of that. And pretty much everywhere within like 10 inches of where she would end up, there's models. So
That's
like,
so funny. Yeah.
she just pops out basically somewhere random. So
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's as close as possible to the position of the thing that died. And they actually clarified it now that it says before you remove the model. Or no, actually no. I take that back. It says after you remove the model.
Really?
As close as possible to the original position.
That's weird. Most of those things it is like before you remove the last model or whatever, because you have some point of reference. Just to reduce those arguments a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Just like, wow, waka, waka, waka. Oh my god, it's the Incarn.
Waka waka.
That's what she does.
4 damage left, right?
4 left, yeah.
Okay. And then how many wounds does this guy have?
Big boy?
Yep.
5 or 6. Let me check.
Okay.
He gets 1 more from the bike. Usually I just run Gazzy.
Grots are on the bottom floor still?
Yeah, still bottom.
Okay. Don't they have to be within 3 to
6.
6 to Grot shield?
I was nerfing myself for a long time,
Okay.
including at LBO.
It's 6 inches?
Yeah,
That is bananas.
it's great.
Woo.
I was like, oh man. I
Woo.
moved up to an upper level, and then they're like, oh, you're out of like grot range, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess I am. Always check your rules, especially if it's something really bad.
Huh. Well,
Yeah.
well, chat. I want to be as annoying as possible with the spears. With 4 of them, there's not many annoying things we can do, particularly when we only get this far, and Psychic Support puts my Psychers out of position.
Right.
They're most assuredly dead next turn. I would love to be able to kill those grots with the shurikens, but they're obviously not able to do that.
Yeah. That was the thought, is keep those down, and these guys are high enough, like your fly doesn't work in the charge, that it will be still like a decent charge if you wanted to go there. So I was like, I'm going to give you some hard choices there.
Yeah, it's 4 up, right? Or is it 3?
I forget for this one.
Looks like 3 to the floor.
Okay.
Okay. So then we can just get a bunch of damage done otherwise.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which is what we'll do.
That's what they do.
They're actually in a great spot to do that already.
Yeah.
Are my objectives the red ones or the? No, they're the gray ones. So I can actually get this one.
Oh yes,
turn.
yes.
And I believe you scored bonus last turn. Or is it? Let me check if it's
It's
contest or hold.
it's the ones that you placed.
But is it contest or hold? I have to check.
Well, he's not doing either because I'm troops.
These troops.
Oh.
Maybe I'll
I've
charge
grots
these
there.
grots after this.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
That's them.
Mm-hmm.
Grots are inside, but we could Tempest Launcher them.
Mm-hmm. Always. I just realized, do you have rangers in this list?
None.
What? That's
Yeah.
cool. Here they come.
Well, actually,
Come
measure it,
the
sorry.
boys. No worries. Your plan.
You see my plan?
Do you see your plan?
I think I see my plan.
I don't see my plan, but I see your plan.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening. I don't like it when I get charged. I want to charge people.
No, I get that.
It's uncomfortable for me, Jesse.
I get that.
I like it.
These Avengers will hop out.
Sounds good.
All right, Adrian. So you said you don't see your plan. Let's try to get you a plan, right? Let's work together.
Let's do it.
What can we do here? So you still have all your Ludas.
Yeah.
Still have 3 weird boys.
Yep.
That's a lot of damage, right?
It is a lot of damage.
So long as you don't get locked in combat somewhere, right? So that's like
Yeah.
your goal right now.
Yeah.
Like stem the bleeding.
Oh, for sure. That's why everything went into those bikes, right? And although while the 3 CP to fight again is a little bit much, everything I can get in there is going to really help on this turn, right? I need to get them down so that I can kill them, deal with them in the next turn. I need to get back into this territory, right?
Yeah.
And that's the only real, well, other than the Incarn, this is the real melee threat, right? She can do funky stuff, but I can still sort of track where she's going to go. So I need to deal with that to actually give me options. Other than that, Jesse controls the game, right? So
What'd I get?
1.
And there Yanari,
String
so
us
I
down.
don't get to reroll.
Oh no!
That's a bummer.
But yeah, what do you think about that?
All right, it's the beginnings of a strategy, right? Like stop losing is a good start.
You're like, that's not a plan, that's an idea.
Actually, we're gonna slightly shift that.
Fair.
So what do you have to kill? Like you took recon, which is now seeming real hard.
So the jump is a thing. Gorkanaut coming in next turn is a thing.
Yeah, we're not gonna get it. Bummer.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I regret recon a little bit, but this is also not the easiest list to pick secondaries against. I think I was noticing that, which is nice. And because the Aeldari list is so targeted, there was also a fear of him being able to like remove key things as he started to do. Right, you saw right when we started the game, Jesse's like, okay, Daka Jets, they have 18 shots. They're good at proccing. They're good at killing my small squads. I need to get in there and kill them first, right? A lot of people would go for the invuln thing first. But he's saying, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of that damage potential and knock that out first. And those are the things I was most worried about, honestly. is his ability to just pop in somewhere, kill the key units that deal with things, right? This list plays very differently than a lot of the sort of boys lists where it's like, well, you killed boys, but there's more boys, and then more boys, and that's kind of like the plan, right? In this one, I have specific tools, and I need to be very careful how I use those tools. And still kind of getting the hang of it too. As a side note, I really like the Freebootaz. I think they're in an interesting position in the Space Marine meta, and so I'm definitely wanting to play more of them.
Well, so in terms of like fighting Space Marines, does this list cut it, or do you need more mech guns?
I want more mech guns, definitely. I don't need to be like all European about it and get 18 of them. Like 12 would be nice. All European. Everyone has 18. They're like, oh, why wouldn't you just have 18 mech guns? I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, they are absurdly efficient.
They are.
What they do.
But it's an interesting thing. So in ITC, you're always trying to kill more and hold more. And when you have 18 mech guns, like, they're kind of tough, but you're giving up kill more almost every turn, right?
Oh, sure. But
so
I
it's
think,
an interesting trade.
You know, there's a lot of like really successful, like Siegler and Brian's Tau are more than happy to give you kill more turns 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, cool, kill my tiny drone squads. Sure. But I'm taking the whole board. I'm going to hold more. And then on the back half of the game, you killed nothing of importance.
Exactly.
And I'm going to get kill more for the whole back half. And so I think that's where these mech gun centric armies find their foothold. Is that sure, you kill some mech guns. How many points of shooting did you put into killing my 20-something point mech gun?
Exactly.
Way too many.
Exactly. I think it's a great tactic.
So Psychic Phase, I'm going to give +1 again.
Sounds good.
In this case, I really want Quicken to go off again, so I'm doing the Quicken boy. We're not going to be using that. You can only target something in 18, or you have to target the closest because we're not within 18, but I would love to do that one.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to do is Quicken onto these guys.
For the record, that was the plan I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Whatever you want.
Good. Let's take it. Looks like it's cocked. It goes off.
Nice. Not exactly the same roll. Looks good.
So for everyone else who maybe didn't see what I was trying to do, the goal was to get these guys moving towards Adrian as much as possible, and I still have the option of firing fading into safety.
Exactly.
And so they will have more things in range, but particularly that Tempest Launcher hopefully can pop off some grots so he can't pass off as many.
Yeah, they're really great for like Quicken. A lot of the times talked about as this big play, like we saw here, right? But one of the great things about it is all these tiny maneuvers you can do between that fire and fade. They're now hopping from cover to cover, shooting, basically becoming untargetable. It's really great.
Yep. So the next thing we're going to do, we have Protect that we could toss out here, which would make a lot of sense onto the Reapers just in case you do drop into my backfield and take shots at them. So we'll attempt it.
Yeah.
No +1 on this one. That is a Perils. The problem with Warlocks when they Perils is they have a 60% chance of dying and then exploding on everything near them. So what you do on that every time is spend the CP.
Come on, big money.
And we're going to use a third dice because these are cursed with Perils. And we're good. But the power does not go off.
Fair.
And then we'll go to the Farseer, who will cast Fortune onto the plane, actually.
Yeah, I dig it.
And this is on a +1. It'll go off.
Nice.
And there's nothing in Doom range, so we're not going to do anything with Doom. All right. So that is it for the Psychic Phase. We will now go on to the Shooting Phase, where the Spears will fire their Shuriken all into the boys.
Not the children. Okay.
And then we'll put as many lances as our closest, which should be 3, into the War Boss. And then the other one, no, it'll be 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Into the Wazdaka Babdaba.
Right, because remember he does have character rule, so
yep,
they're not closer to the flyer then.
These front 2 aren't.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. So we'll do the Exarch first to strength 8.
Hup.
Hitting on a 3.
Nice, nailed it.
What's your toughness?
5.
Okay. He's not going to get it.
He's not a monster or vehicle.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And then the other one hits.
Nice.
And then T5 you said, right? So we'll need a 3. We didn't get that
one
either.
Oh my goodness.
Then the 2 into the jet. And For anyone running at home, I was hoping that we could just plink off those last wounds in the jet so I wouldn't have to waste any more shooting at it. So we have 1 wound on it at -4.
Okay, so 5 up. No.
All right, so down to 2.
Down to 2.
All right.
Taking 10.
And then the shuriken. So there's 4 left.
Yep.
That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they're all going into boys. Rerolling 1s from Biel-Tan. And then 4s to wound.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's 1 at -3, which I believe you're in invuln range still?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't care about that, I guess.
Never.
So 6.
6. Let's see it. Come on, Jesse's dice. Oh. So 5 dead.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Where do I want you to be? You can go into Grots, it's fine. 5 gone.
Okay. We'll come over to the Crimson Hunter Exarch, who will put his shots into the, uninjured plane. Oh, I guess he's slightly injured because he hurt himself, right?
That's right.
Okay. We'll do the star cannons. You are hard to hit, right?
Yep.
Oh, hitting on 4s, no rerolls.
Sounds good.
That's 2 hit. And then we are wounding on 4s, rerolling. 1 at -3.
-3, so that 5 up. Come on. Nope.
Okay, D3 + 1. So 4 damage.
4 damage.
And then 2 pulse lasers hitting on 4s.
Yep.
1 hit. Rerolling.
Nice.
Wounds.
And a 5. Gosh.
4 damage again.
I can't make my invuln, Jesse. That's 1 there, and then 3 here. Down to 3 on the big boy.
Down to 3. So
Yeah.
I got 1 at 2 and 1 at 3. Great.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So we've got some tough calls with our shuriken cannons from the Wave Serpents. We're going to do the first one into the actually, let's check range first. If this can see you through there and it's 24 inches, it is, and it can. So we will try and plink those last 2 off with the shuriken cannon.
Sounds good.
So hitting
4s.
on 4s, rerolling 1s. That was about as bad as you could hope for.
You didn't fail in the right way.
Yep. And then 4s to wound. 2 wounds.
2.
We can do it.
I believe you can.
No minus.
Hup, 4 ups. Ah!
We got him!
All right, big explosion. Come on. Nope. Still rolling 1s.
Wouldn't the explosion hurt you way more than me, though?
Not this guy.
Okay. All right.
Every wound against a... because you don't have fortune anymore.
True.
Be devastating.
I don't know, Jesse. I think I'm with you on this one. That would have hurt him a lot.
Yeah, I've just got 4 spears left.
There's like characters in that building. There's a bunch of grots. That would have been bad.
I think you guys are what's 6 inches to you?
Definitely to that building.
We can check it. No, too late. Pulled it up.
This one will put his shots into the other flyer.
Yep, sounds good.
4s rerolling 1s. Still not great, team.
Yeah.
Still not great. 4s.
Aha! Don't worry, I got you. 4 up. Cocked. Nope. All right.
Good
If
for
it
you.
fits, it fits.
Good for you.
If it fits, it fits. What is it, Reese? What is it?
All right. So.
I'm sorry you had to shoot your reapers.
What?
What? Are you gonna shoot your reapers at them?
I'm sorry that I have to shoot my. Oh, you're sorry I have to shoot.
I'm
my
sorry
reapers.
you couldn't kill my big tanks just off of your tiny fire.
Oh yeah. No, I'm sad about it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Not as sad as the Exarch is.
Oh,
no.
Nothing for him to do.
Thank God.
All right, so through the second floor, we'll put 3 into the balloon. We'll put the rest into the ludas on the small shots. Would you like to grout?
I will wait until after the hit rolls.
Oh, cool. Well, I reroll all.
I'm gonna forget to do it, but this is technically the right way to do it. We're like, all right, cool, here it is.
All right,
they're all dead.
He's down to 2 wounds. Is that right?
3.
He has 3 because
Yeah.
I didn't do any. Right.
Correct. You didn't do anything except for the other 9 that you did with the other unit.
So since it's 3 damage, if
Yeah.
it was 2, I was going to go to the smaller shots because I
Right.
just need to plink off 2. But since it is not, we are going with the big shots.
Okay.
So 3's rerolling. Good.
All right.
And then 3s. Do we command point that one? Yes. Down to 3, everybody.
Oh dang, that's one less Warlock Conclave.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Farseer Conclave. Yeah, whatever it is.
I can still fire and fade, though. I was like, for a second, I was like, wait, I can't fire and fade anymore.
That's the worst.
All right, so 2 wounds.
Shoot.
If either fail, that plane is down.
Huh. This is the worst case. Because now do I reroll it? It'd be great for it to be alive, but you can also kill it on the charge.
Mm-hmm.
But if he has to charge, you can heroically intervene. Huh?
He has to charge. I can heroically intervene. I don't know if I follow you on that one, Bridger.
With your war boss, what? He's right there.
I know. But he's gonna charge something.
Yeah, I'm going to charge something.
He's not gonna sit there. He's gonna charge my war boss and kill that. No, it dies and it explodes. No.
Again, way worse for you.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Plane's gone.
All right, and then we have a bunch of Reaper shots that are going into the Ludas.
Yep.
You wait for the hit rolls?
It's so weird. I don't know why. Like,
It's like Mortarian's bodyguards. Like, after
Yeah.
you've hit, oops, you hit the wrong target. Like, it's a weird...
yeah, it's like against guard or something with like not great like accuracy. There are times when you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna spend a point to save 2 Ludas that could potentially still live because I have an invuln. So like, every once in a while it matters, but most of the time it's just this weird thing.
12 shots.
Because these Reapers
Rerolling all.
rerolling everything. You know what, Jesse?
Missed one.
Grass shield.
Yeah, you doing it?
Grass
You doing that?
shield.
All right. So then they just take a mortal, or do they take the damage?
So you still roll to wound against the Ludas.
Cool.
And then after that, I roll dice for each one. Every 2 up kills a grot. Not even a mortal.
Okay, 3s.
Oof.
Yep. So
Ooh,
that's
papa.
9.
Let's roll these because they're your dice. All right, 2 ups, kill a grot. So 1 Luda gets an invuln save, and this is what was it 9? So this is 8 dead grots, and we'll go for the non-checkered unit, and that will be down to 2 guys, of which I want to leave the 2 in the front. Not that it matters.
Now,
Okay.
isn't this like Tau drones? Couldn't you mix and match that and say, oh, well, forward from this unit and forward from another
I
unit?
could, but right now I don't have a war boss next to them, and their leadership's only 4, so
Oh, yikes.
it's not the time for that. But if I have a war boss, absolutely, I put 2 on each. Just do another D3 or auto pass or whatever. In this case, I'll just do more damage. Oh, and then Luda on a 5-up. No,
Okay.
I can't make 5-ups today,
We
man.
are fire and fading into this building.
Yeah. I also knew that was your plan.
Yeah.
You played this game before. Oh man. All right. Shoot. Very interesting.
Okay, Adrian, so let's get back to like building you a plan. How do we get out of this hole? What right, like let's say you lose your war boss here, because
Yeah.
that's like 90% gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now what?
Well, first of all, Orks is never beat, so which also happens to be the name of the strat that I will use if he dies.
Orks is never beat.
That's literally it's like the Space Marine one. When you die, you can pay 2 CP to fight again. So I'm strongly considering that just to because they're unbuffed right now. And if he chooses to fast reflex, which he won't, then he's burning through more CP. At that point, I think the plan's still the same. I gotta finish them, which should be a lot less, after I kill 3 of them with the war boss. No. Need to focus on the flyers, because they have a lot of reach. And then Gorkonaut's gonna come down, which is tough, because you can see what
All
Jesse's
right, there's
doing
a
here.
gosh darn Gorkonaut still.
Yes. He's gonna get you. You notice though, I was just about to say how you were intentionally putting these all out here.
I did.
To block. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I was
So
blocking for to jump. I didn't think about the Gorkonaut.
Okay, yeah. So by
Yeah.
screening out for the jump, he's also screening for a Gorkonaut.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. Is that a plan, Bridger?
Yeah. So kill him. Your plan is kill him.
I need a kill and seize the ground.
How many grots do I need to kill to actually own this objective? Too many?
10, 12. I was trying to have those 2 blue guys in,
Okay.
which it looks like they are from there.
So I need to kill
So
both
it would be
squads.
12. Yeah.
All right. Then we're gonna go war boss hunting. Hunting war bosses.
Could I have made the grots more tempting? All right, let's see it. Oh, nice.
Got him.
And I'm gonna do my Overwatch, son. 6
Okay.
shots. Nothing.
Okay.
Did you think that was gonna scare him off? Like that was your plan?
Yeah, man.
Psychological?
I know how to get in his head.
All right. So the Exarch on strength 8.
Yeah, buddy.
3s. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right.
Ah, crap.
Minus 4.
4. I have no invuln,
Okay. 2 damage.
so 2 damage. So
Yeah.
down to 4.
Oh, gross.
Oh my god. No.
Please.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's definitely.
Oh, yeah.
He's dead.
Oh, so sorry. That was mean.
Yeah.
You showed me that there was hope, and then there was none. Screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fight.
How many is that?
It's 2.
Okay.
Which is why, honestly, yeah. Anyways, let's do this. So hitting on. Would you like to lightning fast?
No.
All right. So hitting on 2s. Come on. Oh, it's already not worth it. So wounding on 2s, rerolling because to kill a claw. Boop, 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 boop. It's a 2. -3 at -3.
6s.
Let's see it.
You're dead.
I'll take it. And then the little squiggly on 2s. Nice. Good 6s if you were goths. And then 2 more at -1 for 1.
2 more, -1 for 1. Save 1, fail 1. Okay.
I'm happy with that.
All right.
And he's dead.
He's dead, and I'm going to withdraw again. Question is, where?
Now hold on.
No.
You're not in combat anymore.
Yeah, you have to pile into me.
No, it's
first.
just at the end of combat.
Oh, you can
thing.
consolidate into him, and then
No, but then he'd swing.
because you can't make a
Let's
fallback
read-
move
let's
unless
read
you're
the trait.
in combat, right?
It's a very new rule.
I think that's a good thing to check. Yeah.
Very new
This
rule.
is something the internet has been arguing about because
Oh, no. So we're not gonna know.
the warp spiders one they neglected to write. It has to be within an inch to do it.
Wait, is it written differently?
Yes, the warp spiders one they
Oh.
did write differently, and everybody's like, "Oh, it was intentional. They must have written differently on purpose."
At the end of the fight phase, if this unit contains a warp spider Exarch, this unit can make a fallback move of up to 6 inches, as if it were your movement phase.
Right.
Okay. And then Shining Spears. Draw. At the end of the fight phase, if this unit contains a Shining Spear Exarch and is within 1 inch of any enemy models.
Right.
Oh, I guess they did it write it differently.
So it was like proofreading for all but one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And is within 1 inch of enemy models. So I can't do that.
Unless
Well,
we
you
find-
could
And I'm not
consolidate.
gonna
You
do
could.
that.
Let's
You
do
could
it.
do that.
Okay, so they're gonna hang out.
Yep. Okay. This is brutal, man. This is.
I can't fail my leadership.
That's right. And the boys also can't fail their leadership. Neither can these looters.
Duh, boys.
Duh, boys.
But your grots, you should have 2 grots out of a squad of 10 left from
Yeah.
Battlefield.
Oh, these
So
guys.
2
Yeah,
of
yeah.
them should die.
Dunsies.
So they're just gone.
You sure you don't want to spend 2 CP to auto pass them?
Nah,
I'm okay
good.
with you losing those 2 CP.
I'm good.
So in recap, that was like a bunch of kills, hold.
Yeah, bunch of kills on hold.
4 kills.
2 big
4
games.
kills?
Yeah, 2
Oh,
planes, a war
God.
boss, and a grot squad.
2 big
Oh.
games. You're missing recon, or am I missing
got it.
something? You got it. All right.
Yep.
So 2 recon, and Reaper. I don't think you got enough to get Reaper that turn. I don't know. It's not really worth keeping.
Probably
track of.
not. You need 20 kills, right?
Yeah.
I killed 10 grots and 5 boys, I think.
And a war boss and 2 planes and
It's close, doesn't matter.
you're gonna get it. All right, so bottom of 2. Let's see what we can do. Gosh, wave serpents. Okay. I'm gonna use cunning and brutality.
I thought he was using a stratagem. He was just being an orc.
Oh man. Okay, so they're up here. Grots
Uh-huh.
are still gonna stay downstairs, and feeling good about smites and stuff, which is like famous last words, but I think legitimately we're feeling good about that.
Remember that Exarch has 3 wounds.
That is fair. So yeah, you're looking at 4 wounds there.
Yep.
Better watch out. If only my planes had exploded on you.
You would have lost so much more out of that exchange.
Oh man, I'm so scared of the Incarn. I don't want a deep strike over here. All right. Regular movement first. So let's see. And I do have to be careful with this boy. Normally I run an apothecary equivalent. Been playing too many Space Marines. And so often I'm able to heal up all of those perils because you're getting a lot of perils with orcs.
Yeah.
In this list I don't have it, so it actually gets really risky real fast. So I'm gonna do with him is we're gonna just keep him within 18, but get away from this massive unit of boys right here. So I'm only getting a +1 to cast.
I'll allow it.
You'll allow it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah.
One time against Orks, my Shining Spear Exarch was the only thing left, and it killed 2 weird boys in 1 turn. Think about the map of that. The Shuriken catapults and lance shot
That's
skill 1, and
amazing.
I charged to kill the
Blue
other one.
Grot's advancing. That is fantastic.
He has this habit of being the only thing to survive in the squad, and then just like rove around like a little character.
He's so nasty. And I always forget he has an extra wound. It's great.
They basically are little characters now, right?
Yeah.
With all these cool new powers.
Dude.
Yeah.
Two up invulnerable?
It is pretty dope.
Like what?
He has to be using the Paragon Blade though, which is just not as good as being Strength 8. But.
That's true. That's true. 9 in.
How's chat? Any questions?
Not really many questions. Mostly just people rooting for Eldar to die.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Jesse's
That's
used to it.
normal.
It's fine.
Funny, Eldar get hate before flyers, and they get more hate after flyers. And it doesn't matter how many you bring, even if it's 0, people just don't like Eldar.
Totally fair. That's why I did want to say those things in the beginning about the spells, especially. Because like, I play like amateur level Eldar, and I was like, oh my god, these things are super complicated. There's all these spells, all these like ranges you have to keep track of.
Yeah, I think there's a complaint that's valid that they kind of ignore a lot of the rules in the game, but they do it in specific ways that they're also expensive models, generally speaking. So it's not quite an elite army like a Grey Knights or a Custodes elite army, but particularly the way I built this one, it's all units that cost a lot, except for the troops. One misplay and they're done.
Yeah, totally.
So talk me through the kills you're trying to line up here, Adrian. Right? We're trying to kill the Shining Spears in the Psychic phase.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I'm thinking about the fact that the boys don't really need to be there anymore, right? So I'm thinking about I have basically 2 deep strikes this turn. The Gorkanaut, I need to bring it in. I need to get that momentum back from this game, and also look at recon, right? So I'm looking at where I want to try to jump them, which is why I'm looking at backing this guy up to just get those smites there. I got another guy here who can also handle a miscast and still go into here. And then this guy can potentially still just jump these guys and get the bonus from them to be able to go somewhere else. And really we're looking at Jesse's done a good job of screening things out. And so part of me thinks going for something like, no, I don't know actually. It's tough.
Well, another thing that makes this difficult is you have like 2 9-inch jumps coming in here, right? You have to jump and you got to drop in the giant Gorkanaut.
Yep.
And you might consider waiting a turn. You might say, oh, turn 3 Gorkanaut, but you're really on the back foot here, and I think you just got to put the pedal to the metal and try to take the game back.
Yep.
So now you got to fit, 2 big 9-inch deep strikes, large footprints. And it looks like where your Warhammer TV dice are, and towards where this Crimson Hunter is are the 2 spots.
Exactly. And so the reason I stopped talking halfway through it was because I'm realizing I didn't have enough of this building to place a unit in there, especially such a big unit. The Gorkanaut can get in, he can do damage. I can use the 3d6 inch charge, which I will. But the boys, they need to either completely hide or they need to connect, right? So these are all the things that I'm considering right now.
Yeah, Orc move phases can be really tough. There's just so many things to keep track of. Just like an Eldar Psychic phase is a lot of like sequencing. Orc move phases are basically lining up your entire turn, and that can be really tough.
Yeah. Okay, well that's it for that though. Let's go ahead and do the end of the movement phase stuff, which is the Gorkanaut. So he's coming in. And I do need to be a bit careful because Jesse can still forewarn. I think I'm pretty safe right now because of where the Reapers have gone to. The Farseer can see me from lots of spots, but the Reapers cannot. And this is very nicely protected right here because I can't charge the flyer. I don't really want to go into there, even if I could potentially fit. So really my option here is we're going to go all out. Yeah. So we're coming in. 9 away. Reaper's going to be seeing you through here. I could potentially try to fight through here because it's totally up against the wall, but doesn't do much for me, I think. Well, I guess it would get cover. Okay, so let's look at the 9-inch bubbles real quick, and then we'll keep going. So 9 from there. 9 from there. Yeah. And I do have bottom of the turn, so we can look at getting this objective back. So I think rather than just going for that wall, what we're going to do is go for this charge here. 9 to both. Sound good, sir?
Okay, other than having to go around the wall, yes.
Yeah, but it's in, like, I'll declare the 9 here, and then I can still pile in there. You
Sure.
do your Overwatch thing.
My Overwatch thing.
What? Just Overwatch.
Thought I had a special thing. I was
No.
like, I don't have a special thing.
Don't you know? All right, so that's that. Let's go ahead and do some Psychic. Let's start with Smiteroni number 1 into these Deuterinos.
Sure.
This is just a +1, as I mentioned, from the Ludas. And it goes off on an 11. Nope, sorry, on 10. So it goes off, no perils.
Cool.
Looking at D3. Come on. 1.
This is where the Exarch shines, baby.
I know, this is it. This is it.
Go ahead.
All right, another
see
smite
the
over
guns.
there. +3. Huh. Oh, it's a regular smite. Oh, no. Ah. How many is it? 2. Down to
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's what I
afraid
thought.
of. All right, let's see. And this is my Mad Boy with extra cast. So even if do I want to jump? No, because I'm still out of range there. Yeah. I can't really throw another smite and still do it to jump. So
So you're saying he made it.
no.
I wouldn't get super confident yet, Jesse. There's still about 100 guns surrounding him, I think.
I like to think so.
Yeah, but not for long. He wants to get rid of those guns.
All right, here we go. To jump on these shooter boys right here. Let's go. That would be a 3 that goes to a 6. And this is what I was talking about earlier.
I've been there. I've been there. Grey Knights.
Yeah, that's true.
The power that goes off, Astral Aim goes off in a 5.
Right.
They get a +1.
It's rough. It's really rough. You don't get +3? I'm going to leave it, actually. We have other options we're going to play with. Okay, so that's it for Psychic. Let's go to some shooting. Well, Jesse, time for the 100 guns.
Yeah, how many
So
shots?
here, you've killed 5, right? So there's 25 left. Minus the knobs, let's say 24, so 48 shoot shots. Let's do it. Let's roll these as fast. This is what, 30?
That's 36.
36.
Yeah.
All right.
Lightning fat. No.
Here's 40. You know what? I respect that. I spent how many command points on my war boss?
How many did you spend on your war boss?
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not as bad.
It's not as bad considering I had 18, but like it's still. Oops. That's how much respect I have for the Shining Spears. All right, here it is. On 5s, 6s explode.
I mean, let's be honest. They did kill 5 units.
No, I know.
They're great.
Yeah, and
Six
that's
units.
with me throwing so many things into there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are just phenomenal. And these new X-Dark abilities and new powers have me extra excited about them. This was good. So 2, 4, 6, 8 extra shots. 6s.
You factored in
sorry,
that
5s?
he's an X-Dark, so it's -3, right?
Obviously.
Okay.
That was a joke for our people that are trying to learn this stream. All right, and then I need 4s because they're basically bolters. All right, Jesse. How much do you believe in your mans?
Way more than I should.
He's gonna be fine. 3 ups. This is not gonna kill him.
Ah, kills him.
Killed him like
Does he
3
explode?
times. So good.
All right, X-Arc's down.
You want to bring in the Incarne?
No. If that wasn't clear.
I also don't think you do either. All right, cool. So did something with the shooting despite having failed to jump there.
Yep.
That is saucy. We like that.
Ooh.
Let's go ahead and
that.
no worries. Let's go ahead with into the Ludas. We have to deal with this Hemlock. I keep thinking Crimson Hunter.
Yep.
We're gonna go into them.
Yeah.
More DACA.
Okay. I'm not lightning fasting.
Sounds good. Number of shots.
Ah! What an aggressive roll. And my Wave Serpent caught it.
Oh, I broke one of Brian's models last stream. It was great. It's a 2. I will keep it. So 24 shots because I did lose one.
Heck yeah, you did.
Heck yeah.
Way to go, Reapers.
God.
That's what they're meant for.
I hate them. All right, 3, 6, 9, 12. What did I say, 24? 2,
Yep.
3, and 4. Perfect. All right, on 5s, 6s explode. Oh, hold the phone.
Isn't it 5s and 6s explode? Wasn't that what that?
Yeah,
two
sorry, 5
command
ups
points
explode. Now I do get my Freebootaz trait. Does it matter in this case? Nope, still 5s.
You're right, because it's not
+1
+1 to hit. It's just DACA on 5.
Correct. Well, so I was seeing if the 4s would hit and the 5 ups explode, but I'm hitting on 5s normally. Now 4s, back up to 5s because you're a flyer.
Yep.
So it's just the extra DACAs.
Got it.
All right. So pulling out all those teeny tiny dice. But potentially we are looking at, can we get a kill to then extend the bubble to the Gorkanaut?
1 more 4.
Cool. All right, so again, we'll just go through with these rolls and we'll roll them again. So on 3s, with that, for this many at -1 for 2 damage.
4 ups. So I take 6 damage so far.
Okay. And 5s again, not so much. And then 3s, 2. -1. So they won't kill him on this volley.
Saved and cocked. Takes 1, so taking 8 so far.
Sounds good. All right, it's 2 each.
And
Yeah.
you did have fortune on.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
So
Didn't
that's
he,
8
so he
damage
takes
so
6
far.
and then,
8 damage so far.
isn't this 4 damage or 10 damage? Because you just failed 2 more, right?
No, I failed 1 more.
Oh,
out of the
okay.
2 extra.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Do-do-do-do.
So 8 damage. 5 ups. Save 2 more.
Nice. So 6?
Yep. 6 left.
Okay, so halfway.
Halfway.
Halfway there. Did I at least? Yep, okay, cool.
Thank you, Bridger.
Yeah, thanks, Bridger.
We had moved so far beyond that.
It's all good. All right.
I'm so concerned about my X-Arc.
I
I guess this is another X-Arc, so I should care just as much.
Oh my god. All right, let's do Gorkanaut. We're going to do rockets, big gun. Actually, everything. We're just going to throw everything into the Hemlock.
Makes sense.
Yeah, let's do it. So he is getting
Doesn't
the
he have a
+1.
flamer?
He does, an 8-inch flamer.
So do it. Oh, he deep struck.
All right, so here's the rockets over here. +1, -1, so I'm hitting on 5s. Got 1, which is a DACA, looking for a 5 up. Yeah, there it is. Wounding on 3s. Oh, thank God. Cool.
-2.
2. 3 damage.
Save 1, fail 1.
Ooh, nice, nice, nice.
No fortunes. Down 3.
Okay. All right. Now we need to double check it. I feel like I never use enough shots. What's it called? I could make it up and you.
The super mega Gatling.
The Deathstorm Mega Shooter has 18 shots. I always play it as 12.
That was close.
That's why I'm like, I don't even have to look it up. I could just say anything and we'd be like, yeah, that's the gun, right? 6, 12, and 18. Okay. So same thing. Back to 5s. 6s explode. Boom, boom. we've got
3 explosies.
3 explosions. 5s again. Nope. All right. And here we're looking at strength 6, so 4s. Oh god.
That was terrible.
1.
Minus?
1.
Okay.
You can't look.
It's a 1. 5 up. Down to 2.
Beautiful. All right, cool. And then the other thing is 2 twin big shooters, which is 12 shots. That's where I'm getting the 12 from. These are no Ren though, so
A lot of Houston.
it is. It's got a lot of DACA, as they say.
Yeah,
All right.
Orks, little known fact, can be a shooting army.
They're very shooting. Yeah. So on 5, 6 explode. Nice. 3 more. Hup.
Not converting those.
Nothing.
rockets.
And these are only strength 5. 1.
1.
No rend. God.
3 up. He's still good, but I didn't want to be.
Yeah. Gosh. All right, cool. So that's that. That's it for shooting. Everything else is small. We've got this charge here. And I talked a big talk about doing this 3d6 charge. But I also want to Grot Shield. So I'm actually not going to.
Scratch Shield 2?
It's 1, but the charge is 2.
Ah.
That's like math stuff. So, and I think sitting here, bad, but not completely the end of the world. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to go ahead and declare the charge against both of these. And I
Okay.
guess the Coblites.
Okay, they have a blaster. Are you sure you want to do that?
Oh, yeah, let's do
All
it.
right. All right, so first, volley from a Wave Serpent.
Yep.
1 hit.
Oh, dang.
Anyone know off the top of your head? I can look it up. Biltan, reroll in Overwatch 2 on Shuriken weapon
No
shots.
idea.
It'll take 2 seconds. Like 4 seconds. Let's get it right. Craft World Trade. Back this way. Oh, yep. Reroll ones just for shots, or like attacks with shuriken weapons.
Nice. That's awesome.
Reroll.
Hup.
No wounds.
Cool, cool.
Next one.
Ah! Going ham.
And I didn't even ask your strength, but it's
Up to 8.
okay. 1 wound.
1, 3 up, which I made.
Okay, let's do the one that matters.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
Blaster, baby.
Hut!
Ah.
I'm sad for
I'm
you.
not gonna fire the poison.
All right, sounds good. Looking for a 9, re-rolling anything. An 8, which I'll re-roll the 3. It's a 50%.
What did he get? What did he get?
A 3.
Okay.
Shoot.
Wait, no, I wanted something to die.
Well, that was as I was doing. I'm like, I want to get in there, but I don't want to kill. So we'll figure that out when we get in there.
What a rare experience.
Right? Okay, I think that's it.
How much is Green Tide?
Too much. It's 3.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite.
So yeah, honestly, that's the one place that I regret that War Boss. But then again, there's a million factors. They might not even be there to Green Tide if I hadn't killed them. Blah blah blah. So I killed. I held. I'll get an engineer point, but no recon.
But you did get a mark. You marked the Shining Spears. So
Heck yeah,
it's now
Yep.
6 to 14.
sounds good. And I have 2 marked now.
7 to 14.
Ha ha! Oh boy.
Okay. What are the chances he doesn't die? How many? There are 18 wounds, right?
16.
Oh, 16? Yeah. Okay. Not looking good for him.
No. Oh, no, it's 18. It is.
New goal. Explode on top of that building.
Yes. Oh wait.
Yes, exactly
I'm still
the way you
rooting for
want
it.
planes to do.
Let's do it.
really do need to kill it.
Yeah.
Full advance.
Mm-hmm.
6.
Oh,
Heck
boy.
yeah. Did they change anything?
Did they change anything in that part of the book?
They did change a bunch of things.
The points
Thank
is a
you very
big
much.
deal.
Yeah.
I
All right,
made
so
sure.
she's on 14 now.
What's that one? Well, if you guys haven't seen our review of the Phoenix Rising book, go ahead and check it out. I get super excited about the Incarn going down because that's just about the only change for the Yanari.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal, though.
It's like such a cool model, and it like changes the whole game.
Dang it. Yeah.
Should be in more games.
I agree. Like, you know the coolest part about the Yanari? Well, it got better. Cool.
All right. So this Warlock will advance.
Mhm.
He's got Falcho's wings, so he flies. So 14. Go here. Oh, I really wanted to get you with that psychic power.
Oh, yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Now, Jesse, tell me, what is that psychic power?
I wanted to make the Ludas only be able to shoot the closest target, so they would have had to target either the plane or a wave serpent.
That would have sucked.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and then I would not need to fire invade my Reapers at that point.
Right.
Then they're in forewarned territory.
Would you consider getting this guy a bike in the list for that specific reason?
So I do have one with the bike, and he's got
Yeah.
the +2 to charge power because he's also the one with Quicken and Restrain.
Yeah.
Because I usually only need Quicken and Restrain on turn 1 for the Shining Spear combo.
And I guess you still have the wings.
Yeah, and so I usually send this guy further up because Protect needs to be kind of mid-board,
Yeah.
but it's a tough one, honestly. They'll do Reapery things.
Mm-hmm.
Ludas are -1, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's always a toss-up whether you want to tank it or not.
Yeah, totally.
Because I have a 2-up, it goes to a 3-up.
And Fire Fade is how many CP?
1. Which means I wouldn't be able to forewarn you to jump.
Right. Yeah, it's all trade-offs.
Yeah. How many squads of Grots are nearby enough to Grot Shield at this point?
2 now.
2 now?
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Yes. The Eldar player continues his crafty maneuvering well into the 3rd turn. Feels like the 6th turn. You look at the Orc player's forces, but they shall not fear.
Okay.
Maybe let's just a little bit. That's the first year of Doom, Jesse?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good.
All right. So, moving on to La Psychic La Phase.
Let's do it.
We're not going to +1 because we want those CP left.
Oh my goodness.
And we are going to Doom.
Oh, are you? Let's see it.
We will reroll the 1 with Runes of the Farseer.
Oh, it's doomed.
All
Literally. Figuratively, spiritually.
What's his save look like?
It's a 3-up normally.
Okay, we're going to jinx him too.
Yeah, you might as well,
Yeah.
Just go all the way. Why not, Jesse? Oh!
Got him.
It's not even a perils.
Yep. And then should we restrain him too? No, not worth the perils chance.
It's fine.
I wish I could quicken the Incarn.
Yeah.
Don't need to quicken anything, so he's not going to cast this turn. I could make you shoot my Wave Serpent, though. Nope. Too far. Should have thought about that, chat.
Okay. He doesn't care as much, though.
Yep. So, start of shooting phase. Reapers we reroll all.
Cool.
We're going to go to the Crimson Hunter Exarch, who normally hits on 2s, then 3s, then 4s. -1 is 5s.
Sounds good.
5s into the Gorkanaut.
Okay.
So, Pulse Lasers. No better target.
Nothing with fly.
Nothing. Star Cannons. And then 5's rerolling.
Yep.
T8, right? 1 so far. 1 at -3.
Nothing, right? So I'm down to a 4 up.
Right?
Yep, so it goes through. 4.
D3 plus. Nope, you don't fly.
I wish. Is that a bird? All right.
Oh, I didn't smite with my freaking Farseer. Whoops.
You want to do it?
If you're okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. No rerolls. Goes off.
Sounds
D3.
good. 3. Take it back.
Okay. So, coming up next, we will do Tempest Launcher into this Grot Squad. How many left?
It should be a squad of 10, yeah.
Okay.
I'm definitely not saying 10.
Should be a squad.
I definitely put 7 models down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did any of them die for any other reason? Like the first round of Grot shielding?
No, that was all in the one squad.
You're right.
That's my bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tempest Launcher will go there, and we'll put the big shots into the big boy.
Yeah, sounds good.
Tempest Launcher. Definitely don't want to reroll that. That was 10.
Now he's just showing off.
3's rolling everything.
Yep. Nice.
Okay. And 2s.
All right.
So that's 8.
8, 5 ups from that invuln. Just 2, so 6. I guess that would leave me with 4.
Okie doke. And then the big shots. 3's rerolling.
Yeah, and you're doing the big 3 damage ones?
Yep.
Yeah.
I want that for the wound roll. Jesus. Forced wound.
So far, 100% accuracy? Ooh.
And reroll from Doom. So a technical -3. 7.
Okay, so I get 6 ups.
Yeah.
Oh!
I see 1.
I see 2.
So that's
This is still a chunk of change.
still 15 damage.
15. That's still 19 damage. He's not a knight. I don't know what the range is on the explosion, but I bet it'd be awesome. No. Oh my goodness.
And you know, we're going to do the thing that we always do.
Yep.
Gunfire and Fade.
You're gonna fur and furred?
Yeah, I wanted to forewarn, but it's not worth the risk of taking the Luda shots to the face.
No. I think you're good. Oof, that sucks.
Yeah. So what do we have left? We have Ludas,
Ludas.
and Shootas,
And shoot us.
and still 3 smites.
We still have 3 smites. That Crimson Hunter is definitely dying. Definitely exploding next turn.
Oh, guaranteed. That's its job at this point. Oh, we didn't
Oh,
even get to
man.
fire the blaster.
The blasters, I'm sorry.
All right, we're going to put shuriken cannons into your Ludas.
Wait, now hold on. Do we want the Incarn to be there? Is that we want the Incarn in this game? It's up to you.
Apparently
It's a,
not.
It's a call.
I'm not doing that.
All right,
She'll have her time.
let's do it.
So it's going there. If you
Yep.
want. Oh, right, it's after the hit roll. 3's reeling 1s.
This is the shurikens.
Strength 6.
All right, fine, I'll do it. Because what else do you have to shoot still?
This boy.
All right, let's see it.
4.
4. 2 ups, kill Grats. Hup. Hup.
What a time to fail.
Amazing. So I'll kill these guys because they're dead no matter what.
Okay.
And then 1 on a Luda, which gets a 5 up, and he fails it. All right.
How many of the big boys?
The Grats?
Yep.
That's another. I think is it 10? No, they're down to 7.
All right, we'll put my. We'll go to the Ludas. I have line of sight, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, otherwise I probably would have waited on the Grat shield. So 2s to pass it to Grats. Same thing.
Do it.
5 up, 5 up. Have I made a single 5 up this game? All right, and sorry, how many was left?
4 dead Grats.
4 dead Grats. Yeah. Well, this little Grat went dead, and these little Grats went dead. Okay, cool.
All right, that's my turn.
Sounds good. So you killed, you held. Recon's looking good still.
Yep.
These wave serpents are the death of me because you're not having to really commit here. So you're just getting those recons every time, and it's like, I'm not going to dedicate firepower to that, right? Even when I had firepower.
Wave Serpent's an all-star unit
There.
out of that Codex, all-star.
They're great. All right, bottom of 3. See what we can do. Okay. Oh, right. Brought stuff. This was, I lost 3, leadership 4. So that goes to 6, so I lose 2 more. And it doesn't really matter which ones, as long as they can sit on that point for a little longer. Luda's lost 2, still good for just a little bit longer on all the leadership stuff. All right, cool. So we have not many options. And we want to kill the Crimson Hunter. I got the right name this time, for sure. And would be lovely to get the boys somewhere that's useful. So we're going to be looking at another jump for sure. Luda's not really great targets. I mean, the Crimson Hunter, if the smites don't work, right? But we definitely don't want to have to shoot at Wave Serpents. It's almost a complete waste of time. So that is the decision that we have here. We're just scooting these guys up in case we fail to jump.
Yep.
Which does happen. And that'll go there. Got a jump here and a jump here. Okay, cool. Sounds good. So the loser's still there. We do want to get on this point. They're going to die next turn anyways. Actually, you know what? We can just tuck in. So they're going to go on the bottom floor now that there's just the 2 of them.
Sure.
And hold that. And this boy will advance and just get there. The engineer points are looking good, at least. Actually, you know what? Let's get him out here. Let's do this. Come out here. 12, in case you need to jump him later on. But we want to have that smite as a backup there. And this guy...
He's going to kill himself on perils and do another explosion on top
Oh,
of
for sure.
Crimson Hunter explosion.
It's going to be great. I'm super excited for it. All right. We're going to scoot some grots. He's going to poke his head there. He's going to go here. I couldn't actually see him technically. All right, let's do this. Psychic.
Steps out of the corner.
All right, that boy, smite into here. +3. Here it is. Well, it
Goes
goes off.
off.
It goes off. Here it is. Do you
Do
have
it.
fortune? No.
No.
Here's 1.
You ready?
I'm so ready, dude. Do it. Do it. Ah!
Dang. Oh, there it is.
I was rooting for it. Oh, there it is. Here it is. Is it? Oh, here. You microwaved your dice the wrong way today, Jesse.
Shucks. I'm always usually on point.
You always. All right. Cool. So we've done that. The jump now. We'll go from the guy that won't die if I perils onto the boys.
I want that perils explosion.
Second thought. I'm gonna jump these guys.
Okay.
Goes off.
Okay.
No perils. Later, Ludas. And we're jumping on over here.
Oh.
Yeah. Cheeky.
Yeah, Freddy.
Yeah, that. All right, so basically what I'm going for here is we're just going to try to take out those Coblite Warriors, get you off that objective.
Okay.
We'll actually hold the same this turn. I can get some kills. How many do I have left now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
If there was any time to roll a 1 for shots, it is against Coblite Warriors instead of
Yeah, it's true.
the big stuff.
It's true. But I'm also hitting on 6s now because I'm a heavy weapon.
Oh,
So I'm gonna say,
brutal.
screw those Kabbalite warriors. I'm gonna reroll it. Yeah. And do it too. So 18 shots.
18 shots. Should do
3,
it.
6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. All right, so still on 6s, which explode. This is either going to destroy them or it's going to bounce right off. All right, there we go. Well, that's probably all we needed, but so that's 6 additional shots, which also need 6s. Hup. No more.
Nothing.
Okay, but these are now wounding on 2s. Makes me nervous because you have 5 guys. Cool. So 5 minus 1, but they're 2 damage. 2 damage.
Accepts.
Watch out. Huh?
One's alive.
Sounds good.
Dang it, I wanted to bring the in-card over.
Oh man. Well, that's my shooting, Jesse.
Is it? Is that it?
Do you want to do a leadership check there?
Yeah.
Can she teleport during leadership?
Yeah.
She can?
Mm-hmm. He's good.
Do you want to reroll it? Do it. Do it. Hut! Ah! Oh, man. All right. Rather than force you to do another turn of beating those boys, I think I'd like to surrender.
Boys are never beat.
I mean, Orks is never beat, but he's running away to live to fight another day, as they say. So with that,
Good game, man.
Good game.
Good game.
Oh my gosh. So that was super brutal. There was a lot of debate around first turn, what was good for who or whatever. Maybe it would have been good to go first because I could put a lot of hurt on the spears before they can get out there. On the other hand, then that requires flyers to be over here, which the Incarn and everything there can basically destroy without risking much.
I now understand why you wanted second.
Yes,
Got it.
that's why.
Because I was sitting here thinking, why on earth would we want to go second?
No, yeah.
Because the Ludus can shoot at a plane, take down a plane.
Yeah.
And you could jump and put a lot of pressure on the middle of the board. But that makes a little bit more sense because the planes would have come forward.
Yeah. So those are definitely 2 good points for me going first. And so that was a big thing. But even looking at this board, right? We talked about the fact that you're like these are enclosed ruins. That sucks for spears, right? You can't hide inside of them. You have to hide behind them. And generally speaking, that'll be great. But you have enough space you can still hide that in order to shoot them, I have to just come out so far forwards and just sacrifice so much of this army, right? It does not have the resilience of most Ork lists, right?
That's true.
Freebootaz are much more fragile.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you have an all-star for your army that you felt was particularly?
Yeah, the Shiny Sphere is definitely carried today.
Yeah, a little bit.
The Reapers are just flat out consistent, which that's kind of what you pay for with Reapers is you just make sure you get a reroll on them and they kill most things they look at, especially when Doom is up. So yeah, but yeah, Spears in any game where the psychic powers go off, Spears will be your MVP.
Yeah, totally.
It's so tragic when everything hinges on that one psychic power that doesn't go off, and then they're sitting in the middle of the board.
It's the worst.
Yeah. Because you often want to position them. In this case, I didn't position them as if I was going to fail. But you usually want to position them on their first move so that if you don't get the power off, they do actually, like they're in cover, or they're not going to take the whole brunt of the shooting. This one I went pretty darn risky.
Yeah.
But they had Protect Up. They had all the buffs before I went for the Quicken, so they can tank a lot of shots usually.
I have a question for you in regards to that. At what point, generally speaking, would you consider quickening away rather than forwards? You know, you say, I haven't gotten X amount of buffs off. Is there a point that you would generally look for to fall back instead?
Yeah, when you don't have Protect Up, depending on the army you're going against, it doesn't make any sense to charge in because you don't have the invuln in combat, right? So if you're going into, I think Space Marines, everyone wants to know about that meta, but if you're going into any certain Space Marine unit, if any of them are alive, you actually lose a lot of spears if you don't have Protect Up. That 2-up matters a lot, or if you're going against something that does have any AP, it's terrifying. So you gotta choose your battles, and Protect is really the linchpin before Quicken.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Fortune,
it's a bonus. I find in this case, Fortune's nice to have on a Farseer that you don't need to do Executioner on. Executioner, I think, is a far better spell, generally speaking. But in a list like this, you can put Fortune onto anything. So I can put it onto a Wave Serpent if I really needed to sit on an objective. I can put it on a plane if I really want that to live. Whereas Executioner, you need to be really aggressive. It's usually in a list that has a lot of dynamism and is really going forward and putting the pressure out there, that you have an Executioner Farseer. In this case, I just wanted more of a buffing one, and then if things got close enough, Doom.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love your list. I think looks super fun to play. Like it wasn't frustrating to fight against. I mean, I got beat, but it was cool. I love seeing all those parts come together, and it has a diversity of units, right? It's like 2 Wave Serpents, 2 Flyers, 2 of like everything, and the Incarn is obviously amazing. She didn't.
We didn't get to do anything
this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I liked it a lot. I definitely need to work on how to play Freebootaz a lot better. Like I said, I'm kind of looking forwards about ways of fighting Space Marines with Orks, because traditionally I do play 100 boys. It's like 90 boys, 30 Storm boys, just bodies on bodies, which suffers a lot against things like Primaris especially. So I'm starting to think about alternatives, definitely more cannons, things like that. Yeah.
So I left you an enticing hole. I don't know, was it the Imperial Guard vehicles that made, because I do pride myself on, and usually my move blocking is really good, and I wanted your Gorkanaut to drop here.
Yeah.
Very specifically because I would have forewarned as it came in, and very likely was going but with the Shooter Boys, for instance, I left enough room for a Gorkanaut because I thought you would think about it.
Yeah.
You're obviously a bit smarter than doing that, but the Shooter Boys landing here, I can't hurt them much from there.
No, they don't really care about
the Reapers can't fire at you, and then you're suddenly in position where the next turn you're definitely getting the charge off, and there's nowhere really for my Reapers to move to kill all of them.
Right. I think I still lose a lot. Like
true.
And you have the Incarn with, she has a decent amount of attacks, right?
She has 6.
6 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I worry about that. I look for places where I can charge.
5, 6.
5, decent amount. More than a War Boss. Games Workshop.
She is like a greater demon.
And you still have something in there?
Yes, I have a Dire Vendor squad in there.
Okay, that's what I thought so.
It's 6.
So I'm looking for, with Orks, it's like you can kill your targets, generally speaking. It's what are you going to do after that? Are you getting inside of the building? Are you wrapping a target? And there wasn't really any good places to do that because you set it up well, right? It's like anywhere I'm going to go in, I'm either going to not kill it and not be able to pin it, or I'm going to kill it and just kind of be standing out there, right? So I didn't see a good spot for that. Of course, the jumping is, at that point, too little too late. But yeah. So, but again, great game, man. That was awesome.
Good
Just
game.
brutal. So yeah, do we have any questions we want to take before we close out? Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it, and appreciate the discussion. You can always yell at us and talk about that in chat.
So we do have a question about next week's bat rep. So do you want to cover that?
I'm glad you guys asked. So next weekend is Halloween evening, and so we have the spookiest battle report of the year. We are trying something a bit different. We are going to be doing an Age of Sigmar battle, and so I want to make sure that everyone who's watching this is very likely very into 40k. We're not going to be changing up the 40k schedule. We just want to do a really fun Halloween special and see if there is an Age of Sigmar audience out there that would be interested in seeing these sorts of things. So what we're going to be doing is we're bringing in an extra spooky guest. It's going to be Nick Hayden, also known as Tasty Taste, the person who runs Blood of Kittens. So it's going to be super fun. I'm going to be bringing my Ghost Boys, the Nighthaunt, versus his wintry Sylvaneth. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There may be costumes involved, and we're just going to have a fun Sigmar game. For you 40k players out there, we'll try to explain it. I consider us to all be very good 40k players. I don't consider us to be very good Sigmar players. So we will also be talking through things as we play through and making it interesting. So that'll be next week, same time, and the week after, right back to the 40k programming.
And then we have another question about just overall opinions on the new Eldar update. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, I think it's a very welcome addition to the faction. I think the build your own kind of craft world traits. There are some nifty things in there, but nothing I think that would dethrone things like Bieltan or Eliatok. The Ynnari changes are super subtle, but they do act. There are some, so I really recommend you going through and looking at that. There are some fun Ynnari lists to run. Almost brought one tonight. Look at things like Wraith Blades and that sort of thing again. The Exarch powers are just awesome because some of them fell flat entirely in the original codex. So getting to change it up to something that's useful it's a lot more fun. I think it's unfortunate that it made like the most powerful Exarch just a little bit more powerful, so you don't see a huge sweeping change across like what lists Eldar are bringing. But yeah, overall I'm a fan. I think a lot of people were hoping that the older Craft World traits got reinvigorated or changed in some way. I think they're still great. And some of them are a little like Ulthway just being the 6-up, feel no pain. It would be nice to see some more traits there. But the other ones still hold pretty well. I would love for someone out there, if you're watching, making like a really cool Sam Han list, especially as chapter approved comes. I think general consensus is there's some Eldar units that paid the price for Ynnari being so good. So hopefully that stuff comes down. Hopefully you can take these traits and start doing some really cool lists around some of the aspect warriors. But Sam Han, you can start bringing a lot more spears again. But then things like Vipers are incredibly cheap weapons platforms, and you ignore moving and firing heavy weapons on biker units, and Vipers account for that. So you can do some really cool, nifty, speedy stuff with Vipers and scatter bikes, things like that. So somebody do it. I just don't have the models.
Yeah, exactly. No, that sounds great. We'd love to see more diversity, and that's what we're seeing more and more of. It's like, okay, more of the same, but also new options, spreading out the love. Even though Crimson Hunters,
they're good. They're just really, really good.
And I'm glad to hear your thoughts on that. I think generally speaking, we were in agreement. So it's good to hear from an actual Eldar player. Cool. Awesome. So I think that's about it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Jesse, for coming by and
thanks for having me. This is great.
Awesome. So again, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're going to be constantly doing updates. If you subscribe, then you'll get notified whenever we release a new video. We have a bunch of them in the works. We're super excited to share. Otherwise, wish Brian and Bridger good luck at SoCal, and we will see you guys next week.